pop back up to the other room in a moment.
Oh, it's all
What
good.
other room?
The other
Oh my
The other
god, we're in an
channel.
off-topic chat.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought there was only one chat. I didn't realize we were in an off-topic chat.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
just
can't.
Trying to save a clan
back.
of elves, and then the DM at the end of the game.
Hey,
after...
you 2, 3, 4. Hey, you 5, including myself. Let's check out my stream for a second here.
Okay.
Is the server up? I can't seem to find it.
You can't find it yet because I'm not on that game.
Oh.
There's some secret government dealings.
All right, so this is the Dark Sun map, or not Dark Sun. This is the Dark Souls map. You can see Firelight right here. I have to fix this.
Hold on. Let me get on Twitch.
Firelink Shrine. And then it's got the little graveyard over here that connects down into...
Are you streaming?
should be, yep.
I'm
What is this?
This is a Dark Souls map in Tailspire. Alright, so...
You made a Dark Souls map?
No. This is one I got off the internet. So they have a website where people have made stuff and you can just download what they've made. So here, I'll grab a dwarf. I'll throw this dwarf on here.
Your stream is frozen to me. Oh, there we go.
Is it working yet? Alright, so I grabbed a dwarf, I threw it on there. I'm gonna go to the GM tools and I'm going to make this my dwarf. And make it unique. Alright, so now I have my unique dwarf and he's here at Firelink Shrine and he's sat at the bonfire. And I'm like, alright, where do I go from here? And so I can go over here and I can jump down the well, which is certain death. Or I can go explore over here and you can see it. Tailspire, like, if I zoom in, it pulls away the map like that, so I can, like, see underneath stuff. But anyway, there's all this to explore, and there's this giant bird over here, and if you go over here, there's this, this whole path, if I can get my figurine over here. So the cool thing is, I can change my height, and I can change the height that things are dissolved at.
We can't see your screen.
I wonder why not.
I'm in.
Slow internet or something?
Hold up.
It's on Twitch.
Yeah.
It's on Twitch, not in Discord.
Oh,
Ha
oh man.
ha.
I was confused.
Yeah, the one thing that's annoying is my figurine keeps snapping to
Oh,
weird locations.
You have a bunch of caves down there too, huh? Towards your left.
So this place is really, really detailed and elaborate. If I go up, so check it out. If you go over this way, this is one of the paths here. There's these stairs on this bridge, and it goes up here, and there's like... In Dark Souls, there's a door right here. Ah, here it is. Alright, so you go through this door. It's hard to line up the camera just right. You go through the door, and it, if I can reveal just a little bit of the top here. For some reason, this map's too big, and it glitches out the revealer, so things like disappear that shouldn't. But the trick is, it connects into like an entire town that's in this one part of the map.
The undead bird.
The undead burg. I'm sort of zooming through the backside of the map to find it.
Oh, the interior world.
The interior world.
Isn't the undead burg where the poison swamp is?
I think it's behind this wall.
Poison
here.
swamp? When I think poison swamp, I think of Blight. Are you talking about Blight Town?
Probably.
No. This is definitely Undead Burg. Yeah, check it out. You can see it down there. It's like all the little like buildings.
The easiest boss in human history is down there somewhere.
And you go through all these streets here and up on the tower walls here. The problem is this map is absolutely gigantic. Like, if you were up here, it would be really hard to play the game. Because it's at the...
Wait, is there a way to get into Blight Town?
It's at the top of the world.
Wait, the entire Dark Souls game? Or is it
No, no, they couldn't fit the entire Dark Souls game, but if you look, like, this is a lot of it. It's got Undeadburg, it's got that entire Firelink Shrine area.
Can you send me a code?
It's on that website.
Oh no,
think
to join your stream.
Oh, you just want to go to
Of course.
the Twitch stream, yeah. I'll get it.
No, to be able to join into your session there
Ah,
of
right,
Tales Fire.
Code.
Want to know something funny?
All of his Sixth
up?
Man of the Year.
Joe Cat
trophies,
is also
3 of
running
them.
Dungeons and Dragons at this time.
Room on the mantle for more.
Who's that?
He's the person who made the crap guide to D&D series on YouTube.
Oh.
The code, I put it in the Dark Sun chat. The map is gigantic. Absolutely gigantic. And
They got the first area done.
yeah, like a lot of it. You can go into most of these areas here. And this isn't the only really cool map like this. I've loaded a few other ones that are just
Oh.
mind-boggling.
That's funny. It for some reason your code you gave me there,
Yeah.
it led me into your map where you're creating some areas.
Yeah, if you go into this DC on Twitch, there's the campaign boards tab. You want to go to Dark Souls. It's in the same pack. You're just on the wrong one of the things.
Yeah.
So just click the little red arrow next to Dark Souls and it'll pop you in here. They're all considered part of the
I
same
see,
campaign.
I see. Okay, it's just a different tab. Okay. Oh, so that's why we were having this kind of little bit of a glitch last time.
Yeah, it's just designed like that. So you can have a bunch of interconnected maps and pop between them, and it's all part of the same
Okay.
campaign.
So everybody can be part of the same campaign. They can just jump from one map to another easily. Like,
And you don't even all have to be on the same map. You could go, like,
Yeah.
say, I'm going to the dungeons. Well, I'm staying in town. And, like, the two of you separate into different maps that way.
Can you implant Hero Forge models into this?
Not yet. So
yeah, what the how did he put the stuff so high there?
it's broken, isn't it? You can't even do things correctly. Like, I was
No,
getting
you
really frustrated with this. All right, right over here. All right, so if you want to go in this room, you'll see that I have the tool that clips the world so that you can see under things. I have it like all the way at the top, and yet it clips this entire building away when I try to look inside there.
It's very hard to rotate when you're at the top. When you're inside the top,
Yeah, like there's no headroom for anything.
yeah, you're hitting walls and stuff. It's too high. It's as if you should like cut it and make it 2 maps. You know.
He hit the upper limits. He made the biggest possible map. I can't even believe it runs as good as it does. There's so much geometry here.
Yeah, I'm not getting any glitching or anything at all.
It runs smooth for me. I like it. I would play on this map. It's fucking cool. You could have crazy
except
adventures on this map.
Except the upper area.
Yeah, I think I would probably avoid the upper area. Just fuck it. It collapsed. Don't go there. But, you know, a lot of these lower areas would be great to adventure on, battle skeletons on these narrow bridges. You fall in, you gotta swim to an area where you can get back up.
There's a lot of empty space underneath all this, though.
Okay, no. If you know Dark Souls, the trick is this map actually has a mechanic where you lower the water level and then you go adventure down in there too.
Oh,
You can see there's a bunch of buildings down
that
there.
is fun. It's awesome.
So then you actually explore that entire area that looks like nothing. But when you first get down there, it's infested by ghosts that you can't deal with, so usually most people will come back to that later.
Oh, I didn't even see that on your stream. The other kind of enclosed castle there.
Yeah, it's hard to find that. It's fucking opposite of Firelink, enclosed in these giant castle walls, but there is an entire little medieval village in here.
Yeah, the top. It's pretty big.
And there's a lot of battling could be done in those streets.
This looks like it would take forever to go through. Just the first area.
Forever. As a D&D thing, it would take a really, really long time to explore.
Probably too many combat encounters.
If it's like Dark Souls, yeah, there's a combat encounter every 15 feet.
And if you take a short rest or a long rest, every enemy respawns.
You
all
roll
empty.
initiative once at the beginning of the campaign, and then you're just staying in turns the entire time forever.
Imagine being at the bottom of that initiative roll.
Like,
You're stuck
a
forever.
a lot of the structure is not furnished or anything, though.
He mentioned in the details it was too much.
Yeah, I
So in
guess.
order to cut back on the amount of stuff that has to load, he just skimped on the inner room detail.
All right.
He was
Fair
focused
enough.
on the geometry, so you could get to many of the areas that are familiar to Dark Souls fans.
I want to see, did he make one of Blighttown?
I don't know. You can go to the Slab Archive of Tales Tavern. It looks like this, Tales Tavern, and you can look at all of the different maps that they have. They got really crazy looking pirate ships and
Yep.
caves and you name it. They got a bunch of wild stuff on there, and even loaded up on here, I have some very cool ones. I was just looking at this one here.
You have some full cities in there.
Blighttown as a D&D thing would actually be impossible to get through now that I think about it.
I'm gonna turn up the lighting because this one's hard to see.
Every step you take a D8 of poison damage.
This is a Yonti pyramid.
Which one?
It's Mosaic Ruinen.
Yep.
So you start on this this far end of this bridge here, and you go across this broken bridge. You can fall
Oh, cool.
through, and then it goes into this fucking crazy snake pyramid, and it's got this big, deep, complex area. You go down into it. It's got an inner pyramid, and then there's a lower level here where there's a treasure throne room and everything. It's really cool.
Yeah, there's a couple chests in there.
And
Some-
it's
yes.
ultra dark. Like they have you in darkness mode, so like it looks like this. So good luck with that. You better have some torches.
Let's not put fog and fairy lights.
All right, so I got
Enchanted.
my little dude here, and he's got his torch. So when you're moving through this dungeon, it's like pitch black, and you look around, and it's just this epic cavern where the cavern walls
This-
have this glowing crystals and stuff on them.
Oh my god.
And it's got like dripping noises. It's got cool ambience and stuff. So you're walking along in the pitch blackness, and you're like, "Oh shit! Don't fall in the hole there. You'll die instantly." So then you come over here, and it looks really
Oh, hey,
cool.
Lon.
And it's like, ooh, what's this? I've found a fucking pyramid. You can climb to the top of the pyramid and stand on it like that.
Is there what is inside?
Well, I'm gonna take my figurine. I'm gonna try to set it up so the camera is like right at my level, and that way I can grab the figurine and I can sort of like walk him into the dungeon.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be like 15 minutes later than I normally am because I just got off work like now.
Oh, right on. That's fine. I'm just showing off Tailspire, which is a really cool like new D&D play-in system. And then we'll start our game up when you get here. Or maybe a little sooner. I don't know. I'll switch over soon.
That's odd. I'm early, but now, this is how it feels to be early.
Alright, so once you do get in here, there's like this little interior chamber here. So I have to use this green button here, and I have to like lower the view height of things.
Yeah, it's tricky moving your character with that item, with that option.
How's this sound while I'm riding my electric unicycle, by the way? Does it sound like really windy? Or not?
Not terribly windy right yet.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the review. Or not the reveal, I mean. So like when you come in and you come down the steps, I've got sort of the top down, and I've got my light going, and it's illuminating here, and you come into this inner chamber here. You're like, oh, what's this inner area? You probably have some fights with some creatures, and then you find there's a second staircase that descends even deeper. And so then I'll like lower my camera down with this button, and then I'll lower the reveal until that floor goes away, and now I can see down here. This is the inner sanctum with the snake statues in the treasure room. And I can click on the treasure chest. Tell it to open. There it is. Open. Cool.
Have any of you heard the new Sabaton song that they just released?
Nah, I've not.
It's Christmas Truce. It's about the Christmas Truce of 1914.
Sabaton, eh?
Where did my character go?
Is it very holiday themed?
Very.
What's your character shaking?
Emotes. You right click on it, you pick emote, and then you wiggle or twirl or are surprised. Or fall down. They need more status effects. They need like a dizzy, confused, things like that. They need like more spell effects. That'd be cool. Like a big fireball or lightning bolt effect would be great. It's pretty cool if you get just the right camera angle. It looks real cinematic. You're like moving your figurine around and you're actually inside the dungeon, walking past things all up close with real lighting. It's great. However, the camera controls are tough to get used to. It's kind of wonky, and you gotta finagle these little buttons on the right to make everything work.
It does. It takes a minute, for sure. That's why I was recommending, like, if we wanted to give it a try or something like that, that we should just have like a side mission. You know what I mean? Just to practice going through walls and moving characters and things like that.
Jump over to this one called Forest Bandits. I like this one a lot.
Forest Bandits is a new map.
Well, Tailspire has a webpage where you can go on it and you can download all these maps that people have made. And somebody made this little village. It's a really cool map. It's got a big foresty area.
Yeah, it's like a Helven village.
It's like a Twilight kind of, almost like right on the edge of nighttime, sunset, and there's like a little bit of light coming off the different buildings here. And if you explore all the buildings, there's an alchemist, there's like a town guard with they have like a little dungeon underneath. It's real detailed. There's a guard tower. There's a second building that's got another guard tower on the other side of town. In the center, there's like a little church, like a little temple. It's got a cool little druidic inner chamber for their elven gods. And
there's a little cave too.
There's like a grave digger, and he makes the sarcophagi that people could go into. It's a couple little shop buildings, a couple little houses for people to live in. But the deal here is this area connects to a dangerous cave full of monsters, and they're also plagued by bandits. So if you zip way off into the corner of the map, you can see both of those features. There's a bit of a light trail which leads up into the cave, which isn't really here. The cave is a whole other map. So you would use that ability to change between the different maps here to go to an appropriate cave map when the players get to that part of the map up at the top of the mountain there. But right next to that, before you can go into the cave, you'd have to deal with this bandit camp. There is a big bandit camp here. And it's really cool. I like this bandit camp a lot. They have like everything you'd find in a typical bandit camp. In a Skyrim game, you got the little blacksmith stand here, you got some tents around a fireplace, and then there's like the cave entrance, and if we reveal enough of the map, you can see that there's actually like a fully featured little bandit interior here.
Yeah.
Is there a whole cave? Oh.
Hi!
Hey, Mad God.
Couldn't have atted me.
No, sorry, we're not even playing yet. I'm just, I'm streaming on Twitch and showing off what I've got in Tailspire here. Just a bunch of maps I downloaded, nothing I made myself, really.
He's a bit sponsored. Don't worry.
I like it. It's really cool looking. It's a good looking game. It's a little dark here. This is like not always going to be a nighttime map. I could go into the atmosphere and turn it into like a, you know, like a more daytime, less foggy setting, and you could actually like get a good look at the whole valley, and it's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, it's very different between day and night. Like the lighting effects is, it's actually not that easy to modify properly too. Like between day and night, it's not too hard, but the other functions, the different colors that you can get, the blur, it can be a little tricky.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can try to achieve different effects. Like right now, this one's got high exposure. High exposure is good for a nighttime.
Yeah, or else it blushes too much. Daytime, it's like
They're using
everything's too bright to reflect.
They're using warm post-processing to make everything like a little more on the orangey kind of side. You can make it a little more blue with the frozen one. You can see that's more of like a wintry effect. Bleach would be good for deserts.
You gotta click on activate for me to see that.
Isolated
Very quiet,
red.
huh?
Oh yeah, it doesn't go out to everybody, huh? I'm just doing it on stream.
Yep. But that's fine. I've seen it before.
You got like the ambient music going on. You can play with that. Ambient sound effects. That's really cool.
There are some really cool spooky sounds, little music too. Some of the maps that we were looking at on the weekend, they had some really cool, good vibe, you know.
I do like the way the lighting is done because it's actually a sundial. Like if you guys were in here and you were like, all right, it's morning and we're going to start adventuring and the sun is just creeping over the horizon. So I put it like, here, I'll put it like this to where it's just like a little illumination, little edge lighting. And then like
Sweet.
as the players adventure, like the sun will come up and you can just like dial it up a little bit and then it'll be like more like noon. And then if they rest for 8 hours, then it'll shoot all the way over to like the almost dusk, like almost nighttime.
The other dial too, if you really want to be like playing with it, you can change the direction the light is coming from, so you can move it from east to west.
Yeah. So that would be like the different seasons? I don't
No,
know.
no, it's actually the shadow of objects.
Yeah, but how would that really make sense? Because like if this is the time of day, you'd think it would be locked in place. But I guess you can determine what's north, south, east, and west with this or something.
Yeah, you have what do you call that in English? At the bottom left, you have the north, south, east, west.
All right, so it's just you can determine where the sun's going to be. Who cares? The sun will be here. That's if you want to get like a really particular look. It gets a little crazy though. It goes like completely red, which I guess is all right for maps like that one where the red dragon set everything on fire.
Yeah, that map looks awesome.
Somebody commented on one of the web pages, fire lighting seems to be the thing that lags it the most. More than the physical objects. You can have tons and tons and tons of objects, but the lighting will kill it.
It's like moving light. Well, then you just try to get as close as possible without having to go with the moving light.
Yeah. Or you can make like hidden blocks that make those lights not visible from everywhere. I don't know.
I don't know. So far, like everything I tested on my computer, nothing has been lagging it.
Sometimes right when I start a map up, it takes a minute to load.
Oh yeah. Like yeah,
That's
the
it,
image are not spawned yet. But during building or moving or like even like spawning in other maps on top of other maps, you know, to add to the area, I haven't seen any many issues yet. Alright, I'll head out again.
Let's see, I have several things here.
That time I slimed.
Yeah, it's shorthand for that time I was reincarnated as a slime.
That-
Now this is a map that I made. Look at that fucking lake. Look how detailed that lake is. That is a detailed fucking lake. You
Are those
can,
dead ducks? Oh no, they're alive. Okay.
you can zoom right in. You can watch the ducks floating around in the water. That's how detailed this lake is. There is an alligator lurking under that lake trying to eat those ducks that are flocking on this lake as the bullfrog watches. Disappointed in the
That's
activity
a
he
giant
sees.
bullfrog. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I like this description.
there's a... where's he at? I dropped him. There's two scales. There's like little bullfrog and then big bullfrog.
Bullfrog.
And then when big bullfrog eats many, many creatures, he becomes Giga Bullfrog. Sploosh.
Giga.
And then he consumes the alligator Maunch. So
The giant bullfrog encounter.
this is a little map I made. I was just testing it out. I made like a little patch of forest. It's not very good, but I copy pasted it a bunch of times. I put some foresty fey creatures in this corner. I made this corner here a little orc encampment. You got some piggies. Piggies eating some mushrooms here. You got the piggy tender, making sure the piggies don't get out. And you got like
Potatoes, eh?
you got some palisade gates. You got some guardsmen that are up on the palisades. They got a whole bunch of torches. So this is what not to do because all this lighting here. Now, I thought it was cool because if I go here and I make it like a shady nighttime scene, these orcs, they have cool atmospheric lighting as they guard the walls of their little fortification in the night.
You've made me wonder what would happen if somebody created a gasoline monster, like it breathed gasoline.
It would probably be
All
really
over
high all the
those
time,
wooden walls.
and then it would die.
Look.
So there's like a little orc thing there. There's the lake. There's some forest over here. But then like the centerpiece is this little mountain. It's got a bunch of harpies living on it. But if you go in the cave, it's full of bears. Oh, bears, and they're man-eating bears. There's skeletons there. And in the back of the cave,
I can't bear it.
you can't bear it. In the back of the cave, there's a lone adventurer who died of starvation. He cut the rope to his rope bridge to keep the bears from crossing, but he died of starvation there. His backpack discarded in the corner, and some of his companions were not quite so lucky because they died in the briny deep there. You can see the skeletons down below. They must have been trying to retrieve that treasure from the cave below, but the bears got them. And anybody who wants to retrieve that treasure is going to have to go for a swim. I like it. There's so much you can do with this that you can't just do on a regular 2D map. Like, on this, you can actually dunk your figurine down into that underwater area. And the really cool thing is, when you do it, if you're looking at the stream, when you dunk yourself into the water, you hear the sound of water and bubbles. And bubbles
Just bear
fill
in
the
mind
screen.
just bear in mind we've got a tiny bit of lag. Oh, there we go.
Bubbles.
Is this on Steam?
Twitch. Oh,
He's
you mean
having
the game is
fun
on
on
Steam, yeah.
via Twitch.
Yeah, it's on sale too. It's like $20.
So it's not free.
No, not free by a long shot. It is early access, $20. I like it. So this is a map I made myself. Huzzah! It's not very big, but you know, considering I spent a couple hours on it, it's not that small. And you can just link it up to any other map that you make or download. Kind of impressive. It just needs more features and more content.
Not gonna be said of anything.
It's quite promising.
Okay.
I'm a happy
Well,
investor. I hope my 20 bucks helps them continue.
Oh, me too.
Oh, you should have rebought the Tesla stock in the morning.
What? Oh, too bad.
12:18.
Hot mic. All right. Shall we get started?
Yeah, I just need to get my computer rebooted and I'll be on in a few minutes.
Check the coffee situation. Do I need more coffee?
Yes. I'm
Amen.
the voice of your conscience. Yes, you need coffee.
Hey, Mad.
Yes, Diamond.
Be a monk.
No, I've seen that once and I refuse to watch it anymore because I want to keep the original lyrics in my head and not have to listen to that internal monologue of the other song. No. No, you got totally you're putting down a dog. No. Oh boy, this is gonna be loud.
I'm going to troll you so hard.
Get a good stretch in. Twist the old back till it pops. Feels good. This morning I got up bright and early at 3 in the afternoon. Operated a chainsaw for a while.
Ooh.
It's good, clean fun.
Why did you have to operate the chainsaw? Are you
I-
getting rid of a tree?
Yeah. Well, the tree's already been cut down by professionals, but they just left it there, so we're cutting it up into firewood.
Well,
Actually, kind of
I'm
fun.
suffering.
Makes you feel like a lumberjack. Everyone should try it sometime.
I'll stick to my axe. Thank you very much.
Ah. Modern technology. Use the gasoline power.
Had to use a pickaxe recently.
You mining for gold?
I fucking wish. Nah, had to shovel clay into a wheelbarrow and throw it into a skip. Problem is, clay hardens like a motherfucker.
Diamond is first. You should all be able to connect now.
Hmm.
In theory.
Still not seeing you, Ninja. Oh. I only had to click the find button like 4 times. I don't know why number 4 was the. I'll tell you what, though, I was laughing my ass off today. I recently discovered Critical Role. I was watching like episode 20 or so with Will Wheaton in it, just rolling straight like under
Wait,
5.
wait,
the
wait.
whole session.
Don't you mean Will Wheaton?
No, Sheldon, I don't. It was hilarious because like I just listened to the podcast. I don't watch the show. So he came out and was like, that sounds like Will Wheaton, but they're just introducing him by his character name.
Shut up, Wesley.
And then later they call him. And then later they actually call him by his name. And I'm like, I knew that voice.
I wonder if he gets super annoyed when people yell "Shut up, Wesley" at him. I would do it.
Oh, God.
I would do it.
I wouldn't, because there's really no reason. And like he went through a lot of shit, like that he had to get over it, maybe get over himself a little bit too, but you know.
Man, being a child actor can't be easy,
Oh God, no.
Macaulay Culkin.
especially in
God.
Hollywood.
I have to say that again. Macaulay Culkin. It's funny. He did an ad over here for, I think it was Meerkat, comparethemarket.com. Oh no, wait, you guys don't know about it because you're American.
Right. Continue.
Sure. Okay, so we have a recurring ad around here called comparethemarket.com, which is I think you basically compare different insurances and different prices. I'm not really sure what it's for, but it's a site for comparison. Okay. Anyway, the mascots for this advertisement are two meerkats because it's a pun. Comparethemeerkat.com, comparethemarket.com. Bullshit. So anyway, I'm fairly certain there was one advertisement they did, because it's always changing, where they had Macaulay Culkin. They picked him up on a bus and basically just went, "Where are you going, Macaulay?" And he just said, "I don't know, guys, wherever you like." And he was just there for the sake of being there. I really don't understand, but yes, that's the last I saw of Macaulay Culkin. He was on a advertised bus ride for a insurance comparison site.
He's got a podcast, something about rabbit ears.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, well,
I
there
literally
you
know
go.
from
Now
Home
you
Alone.
know. It's like a movie podcast. I've seen a couple episodes. He also he went on Red Letter Media, where they did like best of the worst episode or something, I think. So if you don't know Red Letter Media, they're incredibly funny. They do movie reviews.
Nah.
Okay. We're live on Twitch. I've posted out to all of the various social media networks that I can stomach and stand to use without throwing up. Here we are in the Dark Sun world. Where we last left off, you were in an epic battle. You had...
Wait, I thought we were... Oh, wait, this was at 11, wasn't it?
So we
We're
got
back in
ahead of
time.
ourselves a little bit. Some people checked out. I just want to reiterate how it ended last time. So you were in an epic battle with the Gith. And Gith raiders came out of the hills to eat you. You battled the Gith. You vanquished them using magic and might. And during the raid, another party decided to ambush you mid-combat, but your tactics were sort of defeating their ambush, so they scattered like the wind, and no trace was left behind. So they dipped out, and they took off, disappearing somewhere using teleportation. So you're left in the aftermath of the battle, near to Alteruk. You decide to keep going until you hit Alteruk, where you've made camp for a period of time. How long do you want to stay in Alteruk shopping?
Well, the caravan leader said 2 days. Plus, there is the little bit of... I learned that there was a group of elves and men, elves and humans, I should say, asking about our group in particular. I think we should investigate into that a little bit.
A little bit, but we shouldn't, I think we want to leave with the rest of the caravan once they're ready
Of
to leave
course.
as well. We can't stick around for too long.
The caravan master told you guys that you're basically in charge. You can tell him when you want to leave, and they'll move the caravan when you say. So as long as it takes, as long as you need, you guys are the bodyguards, the hired guns. So the caravan moves when you're ready.
Should we, if maybe we should investigate those nosy people, and if they're part of that ambushing group, maybe we should silence them.
Doubtful that they're even still here. The source told me that they left, so
Okay.
they're not in town anymore. But we could ask around, see what people know. Personally, I'm gonna start with after we've taken a rest, because we haven't rested all through the night.
I'm sure that as soon as we got to the town and we literally just, undid all of our straps, metaphorically, I'm pretty sure we almost immediately went for a long rest.
Right.
Of course.
Hmm.
You guys would be exhausted when you got back after traveling, forced march throughout the night, battling with the Gith. You arrive in a rough state, very dusty and covered in the blood of your enemies. So
Hopefully, if we follow on that information of people asking about us, we might be able to find information on whether they plan to attack us again, ambush us again on the way over to. Where are we going again? We're going to. Remind me, DM.
Gulg.
Golg.
Let's Gulg.
Good.
But the closest stop is Fort Kelvis.
All right, so you're here in Alteruk if you're looking at the map in the corner and you're trying to get to Alteruk, but you don't want to go this way because that is a vast stretch of difficult desert full of bloodthirsty elves. What everybody does is they take the road. The road travels this way along the coastline. The problem with the road is that it's right along the Silt Sea, and giants like to live out on these islands here. So, the road is often attacked by giants, but Alteruk has a fighting force of 500 giant slayers, and they're well equipped for battling giants. You've hired a pair of them to follow you.
Yep.
And they're going to follow you all the way to Fort Calvis. And from Fort Calvis, it's a fairly safe trek to Gulg, where you'll enter into the forest along the ridge of the Windbreak Mountains. And Gulg is at war with Nibene. There's no road that connects these two towns. They hate each other. But they both take advantage of the forest line here.
Sounds like every enemy I'm situated next to in Age of Empires. Those are my fucking trees. Stop stealing my trees.
And during the week, I showed you all the shopping list for Alteruk. There's a variety of interesting things that everyone can do here in town.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I'm interested in here.
I'm interested in a lot of things, but I'm so poor.
Did we not give you money?
I've got plenty of money, but not enough money.
Wait,
You
what
can
do how
ask
much
for
you think is enough?
alms.
Alms,
You are a monk.
alms for
Alright.
the monk.
Well, after you guys rested and you wake up in Alteruk, Biff will approach you all and give you your 30 ceramic pieces for the day, because you guys have all been getting paid. I hope you're keeping track of that.
Oh yes. In fact, every time you tell me and I forget that we've already been paid, I add it to the list.
I tried to make it sort of a dotted line on the map there so we can see how many days it took.
Okay.
Alright.
Item.
Okay.
I'm in 1,500 now. Hey.
Outside of character, Ninja, how did you tell me I had to craft that Scion crystal?
All right. So when you get to Alteruk, it sounds like you're interested in investigating if there's any scions that you can talk to. So roll and investigate to ask around town about psionics.
No,
It's 30 ceramic
I
pieces.
hate rolls.
Psionicists don't set up shop. They tend to be lone masters who you have to track down and find their mystic arts out for yourself.
There's one thing I hate in D&D, it's rolling dice.
Yeah.
Can't stand it.
Negative.
I got a 16.
16.
Plus anything you get from intelligence.
Nah, I've got diddly squat.
He's got no intelligence, everybody. You heard it here first.
Oh,
All
no,
right.
I got average intelligence.
Got
10. That's an average person's intelligence.
At 30, it's 30
Actually, an
ceramic
average
pieces, right?
person's intelligence is 8.
What?
That's not. Otherwise, everyone would have a minus. 8 is where you start off with. Yeah.
All right. Eventually, you hear tales of a wise sage who practices and trains the psionic abilities of people that have talent. And following the rumors of this person, you eventually meet Gandalfino of Alteruk.
Gandalfino.
Gandalfino of Alteruk, the wise sage.
Is he a certain color? And if he dies, is that color a decrease in hue?
No.
No? Oh, that's peculiar. So I've heard about this person. How do I?
No. I'm
Who do
saying
I?
you're able to track him down.
Oh,
So
okay. I track him down.
you've met him, and he has introduced himself. At first, he was just a wise sage you heard about, but he introduces himself as Gandalfino of Alteruk. What do you seek?
just-
Are you a scion yourself? I sense something about you.
I am one who seeks to cure the ill and forego suffering. I am one who wishes to help others in need who cannot help themselves. I am a skilled scion, and I have been told that you are able to train me in these ways that I seek.
So, I take many students. You're in luck. I am currently not training anybody. If you wish to become my student, I might consider it. You must pass a test, though.
Very well.
All right. He's going to present to you a room. And in this room, in the center of it, there's a patch of rocks and sand. And he's going to ask you, what do you think is the meaning of this?
A patch of rocks and sand. Any ideas, guys?
Is there a blue and a red rock?
Are they exactly the same? Oh god, we're gonna get hung up on mindless bullshit, aren't we? Do the rocks look exactly like rocks?
Nah, they appear to be common stones, yes. They're about
And the
palm
sand is-
size. They're deposited on the sand. The sand has lines traced in it, encircling the stones and covering the
Is it
entire
like a Zen
surface.
garden?
It is like a Zen garden.
Are any of the
Maybe
lines
Fuck.
like zigzaggedy, or are they all just smoothly drawn around it?
They move around the stones, encircling it, sort of like radiating ripples coming out from the rocks.
Could be a
Peace,
telekinesis.
tranquility, center of mind.
I say to what was it? Gandalfini? Was that it? I said Gandalfini. Yeah. I see this Zen garden as a symbol of all which human beings tend to desire and thrive on. The rocks signify the impact we have on the world around us. These straight lines curved to perfection symbolize what we strive to be. The waves signify that no matter what we strive to be, we may never achieve it. But the endings represent that we will always get to it.
Interesting, he says, steepling his fingers.
Made all of that up. Don't believe in any of it. Just want to confirm that to the audience. Hi, audience. I'm a douchebag.
All right. I can train you, but I sense that you are not refined enough for the skills that I possess. What level are you? 6, right?
6.
All right.
Just outside a character. I'm a 6th level monk.
At 7th level, you might be able to pull off some of the abilities that he's got. In the meantime, he can teach you one thing. So he's going to teach you about manifesting your soul in physical form as a psionic entity, and he's going to demonstrate by presenting to you his psi crystal, which just sort of emerges from a corner of the room like a big spider.
Is it rolling?
So, you've seen crystal before, right? Like a big geode.
Yes.
Picture a big purple geode, but it's got spider legs made of ectoplasm. And it's walking on these spider legs, and it sort of scampers out from another room. And then it bounces up and down on its little legs for a minute, and then says, hello.
Hello? I'm bewildered, man. I'm bewildered.
All right. He shoos the thing away. It briefly seems to scowl at him and disobeys for a moment and then scampers into the other room. And then he says, willful little things. They have their own little personalities after you've crafted them.
Intriguing. Almost breathtaking. Pray tell, what is their purpose?
Ah, well, they serve as a store of psionic energies. If you keep it close, you can feed off those energies to give yourself more key points.
Now this does draw my attention. And you're saying you can teach me such a valuable skill?
Possibly. It's not easy. You can attempt it. He'll step you through the process. He wants you to make a check.
I'm willing to learn, Master. Also, fuck a check.
Check for free skill.
All right.
What kind of check?
It's a crafting check.
Oh fuck. Wait, that doesn't
Okay.
exist.
It's 3.5.
You're gonna use the Arcana skill. You're gonna craft it with your mind using the Arcana skill. So roll that for me now.
Hey. I have a bad feeling about this. Ah, yay!
Wow.
20. All right.
It was that close to being a 4.
All right. So you need to mark down a note that you've gotten yourself 3 points. 3 out of 50. When you reach 50 points, you will have crafted a psi crystal. He tells you you're getting the hang of it. You know everything that he can teach you. It only relies on you to persist until you have accomplished the task. And he'll send you on your way. He's a busy man. He'll tell you once you've mastered that, come back. And he'll train you something new.
Okay. How often am I able to make that check for more points? Once a day? Once a week?
Yeah, that's a once-a-day thing.
Oh boy, this is going to take a lot of days.
It might. It might.
Okay, well, thanks for that. Hang on a second. A 20 got me a 3. Okay, never mind. I'll find out later. I follow towards the rest of the party, try and find where they've been, what they've been up to.
If you get 25, you get +5. If you get 30, you get +8. So, shoot for the stars. You can do it.
How do you get a 30 on a D20?
I don't know. If you got a lot of mods, it's an Arcana check. If you have anything that can boost your Arcana check, you can even recruit your allies to help you.
I'm going to have to ask someone to buy a Circlet of Intelligence and then borrow that Circlet of Intelligence.
Maybe Sia could help you. Do you think a little bardic inspiration would help you complete the task of crafting a psi crystal?
That's a good point. I could use buffs.
Guidance.
Guidance, bardic
Yeah, I could use
inspiration.
guidance.
I could give you guidance.
Take the bardic inspiration, Mad God.
Well, you're not. No offense, but you're not here.
What?
But yeah, let's. What was the party doing the whole time? Or am I with the party? I don't know. Let's find out.
Okay, so,
Well, when we last left Rensa, she had delivered that message to a spy.
yeah. That was only a day or two ago. It takes a while for messengers to get around.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Well, I mean, it's gonna take probably at least the message is racing ahead of us to Uruk, but it's gonna take a long ass time for it to get there because we're not close.
Right. A week or more, probably.
But I've got some shopping to do when it gets to my turn.
Well, we're not really in turn, so whoever wants to jump in now, Mad God seems to have a break in what he was doing. He did something, and who else wants the floor? Take stage here. Center stage. Spotlight on you.
Okay. Rensa's going shopping.
Right on. All right. So, Vrensa, you're in Alteruk. Alteruk has 3 merchant houses to pick from. There's a lot of things to buy here. Hawkers are hawking their wares left and right, shouting, "Buy my apples! My apples will cure anything!" There's snake oil salesmen. "I have these oils. They're made from the finest snakes."
Well, there were a couple things on the DM notes that that I was interested in looking at. So I'm interested in the accessory shop, the alchemist shop, and the black market.
Well, the accessory shop is easy to find. You'll find that right away. And they've got a bunch of interesting things: elven luck charms, belts, necklaces,
Mm-hmm.
bandoliers, all that good stuff. A few magic items mixed in, a lot of mundane gear, all the mundane gear you could ever want. Anything from rations to 10-foot poles, everything is available here for the standard fare.
Yeah. Well, Vrensa, being who she is big on survivability, on being able to survive in the wilderness. And although the Erdlu canteen that's for sale is incredibly interesting to her, she can't afford 1800 CP. But the Field Medic's Bandolier is right up her alley, both in price and in utility. So Vrensa would like to buy the Field Medic's Bandolier.
All right, that's a handy item to have, and it also has the useful water ability that can save you from a little bit of exhaustion in case you get on a really hot
The
day.
advantage on medicine checks, the 8 quick slots, like I can get rid of my other quick slot items to counter some of the weight gain.
Yeah.
So yes, so Vrensa is going to walk into the accessory shop, and she's going to eyeball a lot of the stuff right there. But the one thing that she keeps coming back to is this this canteen and the medic's bandolier. She's going to ask about both of them to the shopkeeper.
The shopkeeper will happily explain the capabilities of each item, explaining how the Field Medic's Bandolier was previously owned by a helpful healer who died in battle, but he had used this out in the deserts, helping battle the Gith and the Elven Raiders, and the occasional giant. Yeah, we lose a lot of soldiers out on the field battling the various menaces. Thrycreen, giants. He seems rather hateful. He has a distaste for various creatures.
And just out of character real quick, neutralizing a poison, if one were to have some sort of antitoxin or so forth, that would be a medicine check, correct?
Well, I think the antitoxin gives you advantage on a save, right? Like, if you drink an antitoxin, you get to make a save against the poison right away.
Okay.
I think.
So there's not like sucking the venom out of a wound in medicine checks. It's basically you have an antitoxin, you have magic, otherwise you're stuck being poisoned.
I think medicine is kind of built
Usually.
for like discerning what's wrong.
So things you can use medicine for, I would say stabilizing somebody is one. If they're dying, you can roll the DC 15 to stabilize them. You could also use it if somebody was really badly injured and you did a medicine check on them as like a downtime activity. You could give them like extra healing, maybe like maximize their healing dice when they use their hit dice to heal.
Okay, so not quite what I was thinking, but still useful to have advantage on any skill check.
Like, consider yourself a doctor and just think of anything you could possibly do with that. It's beneficial in that way.
Just thank your lucky stars you have 2 people who can cast Lesser Restoration.
I also do want to incorporate some doctor-focused mechanics. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but when those arrows were hitting the pack animals previously, they were... Like, the arrowhead had the poison on it, and the poison lasts a period of time and will continue to do more if the arrowhead remains in the wound and the animal doesn't know how to pull it out. So if you go over and use a medicine check to remove the arrows, it'll stop the poison from continuing to paralyze the animals.
Good.
But
so
that was sort of like a secret mechanic that was going on in that Gith fight you were in.
So after finding that the canteen is a bit out of her price range, Rensa will buy the Field Medic's Bandolier.
325 ceramic pieces, please.
And she's going to slide over an extra 10 ceramic pieces and say to the shopkeeper that she's looking to buy certain discreet goods, those that might be useful to perhaps doing a little extra damage from the shadows.
Oh, yeah? Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, God, I'm so good at that.
You might get lucky
With my
and hit a nat
0.
20.
Does the money
Wait,
give
you're
an
a monk.
advantage?
You're a ranger.
Yeah,
Perception.
rangers don't have... No, not perception. He said persuasion.
Oh, sorry.
He's trying to persuade a shopkeeper to tell him about the black market.
Yeah, that was a 3.
All right. The shopkeeper that sells general goods and accessories tells you, "Oh, I wouldn't know anything about that. I'm an upstanding shopkeeper in good standing. I follow the merchant's code. I don't do any of that backroom dealing. What kind of man do you take me for?"
Oh, there's not even an alchemist around here?
There is an alchemist in that shop over there. He points across the street at a shop that's got all sorts of things hanging out, drying in front of it.
Yeah, I mean that's all I was looking for. I don't know what you thinking I was asking about.
Of course.
And
Can I say that I'm there with you?
You can be in anywhere in
Yeah.
Alteruk that you want. That's fine.
All right. So, do you mind if I ask something of the shopkeep?
Sure.
no, go for it.
So Traxxas will look at the shopkeep and say, "Rumor has it that a group of men and elves came through here looking for a group that they detailed particularly accurately to our group. Would you happen to know anything about that?"
Some people did come through and ask about a group of travelers. Let's see. They said something about a huge barbarian, like a gladiator. Neither of you really fits the bill. Do you travel with a gladiator?
We do.
Ah. Well, they asked everyone in town about it. They came through, and while they were doing their shopping, they seemed to ask everybody if this group of individuals had come through.
Do you think they might have had some malicious intent behind their search?
Hard to say. Many times a bounty hunter will be searching for a lost slave or a criminal of some kind. So, yeah, most people will answer truthfully if they have information. Or they might ask for a reward for said information if they have it. It varies from person to person.
I see. Well, thank you very much.
Indeed. Would you like to buy anything from my fine shop?
Do you have anything for... Do you have any pets? Snakes in particular?
No pets here, but I do have various talismans. Take a look at this elven luck charm. They call it an Akotoja. Anyway, it breaks once you use it, but it'll give you some luck when it counts.
How much?
25 ceramic pieces.
Can I inspect the talisman? See
Sure.
what kind of condition it's in?
It's in good condition. It's fairly new. It's made of wood. It's a little totem. Features several animals, a snake, and a Bazrag and a Crodlu. They're all sitting on each other.
Dang, and I didn't have my detect magic ready for today. Okay,
He will tell you these are definitely magic, yeah. Elven magic. The elven merchants of the Water Tribe, they sell them to me.
Anyone else just think of Avatar: The Last Airbender when he says things like Water Tribe or Fire Tribe?
Yep.
I'm running a little low on coin. Perhaps 20 ceramic pieces would do.
No. You'd put me out of business. I'm sorry. I can't help you. Perhaps you could get some odd jobs in town. Plenty of work to be had for a mercenary. They're hiring them all the time to fight the giants on the coastline.
Diamond, did you add the 30 ceramics from the day?
I did. I was just trying to get a cheaper deal on it.
And I thought I was a miser being later on.
Traxxas will take out 25 ceramic pieces from his backpack and say, "Fair's fair. I understand. It must be very hard being out in the middle of nowhere and being the only trade route in between some major cities."
It is difficult. There's 3 merchant houses, though, where well funded, well protected. The only problem is the constant assault by giants.
Yeah, so I will. I'll give him the 25 ceramic pieces for the talisman.
All right, you receive a Vedic Talisman. Vedic Talisman, I should say. It will give you +1 on one attack roll, saving throw, or ability check. You can use it whenever if it's on your person in a backpack. Even as long as it's on you, you can use it whenever, and it breaks. So once and done. Expendable item.
VATIC.
VATIC Talisman +1.
Okay.
The very top.
I think this would be good for who's got really bad rolls.
You?
One, not a
Can't,
reroll, right?
can't say until we roll.
Well, whoever's going to use it has to have it on them when it happens.
I suppose I could give it to Sia. Soul doesn't seem to have some of the greatest rolls when he needs it.
What's wrong with my rolls? What's wrong?
He is arguably the best equipped out of all of us, though, with a metal rapier and metal armor.
I suppose.
Who hasn't had the best rolls so far?
Maybe I'll give it to Mad.
I got a few bad rolls.
Is there somebody who has 750 gold?
Like gold?
Gold or
ceramic piece? you don't scare me like that, Chris.
So
All this
Chris,
stuff is that expensive here.
So, Chris, let me explain something about some of these items on this list. They might not actually be for sale. They're probably like the items that the people in town are wearing. So, like that fire healer robe, that is like the ceremonial official robes of like a powerful fire cleric. And he's wearing them. So, like, if you're going to get the robes off his back, you'd probably have to perform some great service for him in order to be gifted those robes. They're more of a quest item than a thing I expect you to purchase.
Okay.
And I don't think that all of us to put together have 750 gold.
No,
That'd be
no.
75.
I'm hoping
I was kind of kidding.
Yeah,
because the amount is just so.
I wanted to
exorbitant.
include a bunch of items on here that are sort of like long-term goal items. They're very expensive, but maybe you can help out the
Come back
NPC
one day.
and they'll give you a discount, and then you can save up money, and then you can buy it.
Oh, right. I still have to find out word about where my Wanderer's cloak went.
I'd like to buy something, and I know exactly what I want to buy.
What do you
I
want
want to buy? Right. There is a meditative kit on that little list of yours that gives advantage to intelligence. Was it saving throws? Checks? Yeah, checks. Good. Arcana-based checks made within the past 10 minutes. It's the third one down on the Scion Trainer section.
Well, you have to use it first, and then within 10 minutes, you use the arcane check.
Yep, exactly. Because I want to use it for creating that psionic crystal.
All right. So they also have the candles for sale there if you'd like to buy any of those candles, but they're kind of pricey.
Yeah, they're not useful for my build because I already get all my key points back on a short rest. It would be useful for another psionic expendable resource build, but not useful for me.
Well, if you pick up some abilities that cost a few key points, you might want to have some way to regain them in a pinch if you need to and can't get an hour's rest. You never know.
I mean, again, it's an hour. It's the same thing.
I thought you had to do a long rest to get your stuff back.
No, I have to do a short rest.
That's
No,
pretty good.
monks are quick.
Monks are quick. All right. Good to know.
It's why we don't. It's why, as you keep saying, monks don't get a lot of key points. Is because they have a short supply, but they get it back really fucking quickly.
All right. Well, I also mentioned that it's not specific to your character either. It's general purpose. Any psionic build can take advantage of it. In fact,
It was originally at the blaster, yeah.
you know how you guys have like your psionic dice, and when you roll max on it, it decreases to the next like lower kind of dice, like D8 turns into a D6 and so on. In theory, you could fix that with the candle.
So if we depleted our psi dice all the way down to nothing, we could regain it by concentrating on the candle.
Yes.
Okay, I'm buying that now.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure it works for everyone that's within the vicinity. Allows allows a psionicist to meditate during a short rest in order to recover 5 resources.
You all have the feat. You all count.
The scion must remain within 10 feet of the burning candle if the scientist is meditating actively and makes DC 15.
Oh.
Ninja, during the day, what I will do, like the extra day, not the evening. In the evening, I'll just eat and rest pretty much. The free day there, we'll look for pilgrims and see if there's anyone that in the town and try to have a conversation about they got a flame and to see also if they would be interested to go and visit the shrine.
All right. You only encounter that one dude. That one dude that's wearing the resplendent robes. Let me give that person an actual name here. Let's see. What's a good
I have to
fire cleric name?
Baktron.
make it a woman. Call her Cinder. I've got to ask though, this candle of rejuvenation, do we have to make the DC 15 concentration check to recover the side ice? Or is that passive?
I think it's like you get one, and then if you make the check, you get all.
So the dice would go up in one size passively, and they would go up
To
So
like
it's
your
starting
full,
all the
your full
way.
starting ability if you make the check.
if we make the con check. Okay, great.
So in theory, you could reduce it from no dice to like a D4, which would be the only way to do that. Because normally, if you have no dice, you can't bring it back until you do a long rest. So even if you fail your con check, you still did something you couldn't do otherwise.
All right, Kriya. So you have met a mole. The mole is covered in burns from head to toe. His entire skin looks like a patchwork of burns and scars.
My God, what happened to you?
Fire happened to me, he says. He clubs his chest like a gorilla and proclaims the power of fire is great, and he's loved every scar he's earned.
So you are a believer in the Lord of Flame.
He'll cover your mouth quickly with his hand, and pull you close, and tell you, "Shh! Don't speak of these things publicly, fool. Do you want to lose your head?"
I think we should all be proud of our God.
Yes, yes, proud of the fire and the flame. However, many would purge us from this land if they knew of our power. Many fear the power of the Lord of Fire, the cleansing power of fire. So, he'll tell you that you have to be really careful. The sorcerer queen of Gulg has outlawed all forms of magic use that are not directly under her control. She can cast magic, her Templars can cast magic. If you cast magic in her kingdom of any kind and you're not a Templar, they will kill you. So
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what?
Oh.
And
that's
how
good to
many
know.
how many of these Templars do they have in that city?
hundreds. She is
Hundreds.
the beloved queen of Gulg. So I recommend you and any friends you travel with use caution. Don't use any magic. If you get caught, it's your head.
We have a mission to deliver a package for her.
That's fine. That's fine. But use caution when traveling.
And what are you doing in such dangerous lands?
Alteruk is safe. Alteruk is safe. They tolerate the Veiled Alliance here. Wizards, can you believe it? The power of fire is divine, but they allow wizards who steal the power of fire and damage the land in doing so to run free in this town. I find it rather distasteful, don't you?
Oh, I'm not I'm neutral on this, depending. In tier, we have encountered some that have been quite helpful to give us back our freedom, save our lives, to actually kill the king of the city.
Ah.
Since then, it's been a free city. They still have that giant structure that they built that was designed to absorb the energy and the life of everyone in the city. That was the plan of the master.
Defiler magic. He spits on the ground.
But since then, we've defeated the army of Hirik, and with all of the corpse of the enemies that we burned, we created a shrine with an eternal flame.
You gonna show off your lantern?
Yeah.
All right.
Sitting in front of sitting in the front of the city, there's a giant eternal flame
Sorry.
waiting for all believers. And I have this lantern that shows us the way to the city of flames. And it was blessed by the power of the god too, with an eternal flame itself.
The city of brass on the plane of fire. How interesting.
Yeah, have you ever seen this?
He's
have you
never
been- ever-
seen anything like it.
And have you ever been to the city?
The city of brass? No, I have not ventured to the plane of fire.
Maybe one day.
One could only hope. To be bathed in the flames and not die is the true goal of the fire cleric.
You know your way to tier?
He does.
Are you a traveler? What do you do in these lands?
I am a traveler. I am purging the land of a sickness using the divine power of flame. And he'll demonstrate an effect where he generates a lot of heat. And he's able to pass the heat through his hand into your chest. And it feels like a fever rushes through you and purges your body of a nausea or sickness that you've got.
I never felt anything like this.
All right.
What level is that?
It's a 3rd level cleric spell. He tells you he
Oh,
can
it's
teach you to do it
citizens.
if you have 100 ceramic pieces.
I'd be quite interested. I'll pay the man.
All right, 100 ceramic pieces later, he takes you as a student and trains you in how to use the remove nausea spell that's listed there on the page. 3rd level spell, though. It burns up a high level spell slot.
Remove nausea.
Yes, nausea
And
or
sickness.
sickness.
So it would take one of my spell slot.
3rd level spell slot. Yep.
Yep.
So this is actually a tie-in with another item that's on the list. If you look at the Esperweed item.
I haven't seen it.
So Esperweed, for a minute you suffer nausea. Over the next hour, every minute you regain a key point or psionic dice. You may hold +1 of that resource. You gain the empathy power for the duration, DC 15, con save on a failed save. Suffer a D4 strength damage. Roll a DC 15 whiz save against addiction. So you would use the thing to get rid of the nausea effect, which is like a side effect of taking the Esperweed drug. That way you just get the beneficial part of it without the downside.
Oh, cool. That would be better for somebody else who uses a lot of psi points.
Hi.
Anybody that uses a lot of psi points could take that drug for a big power boost. There's the refined Esperweeds, even stronger, but the addiction properties are really, really, really bad. You could have massive debilitating ability damage, like a D8. So can you imagine losing 8 points of intelligence?
Oh shit.
Holy shit.
But that's the withdrawal, right? As long as you keep taking it, you're okay.
It's like on a failed save, it triggers those effects. So you're making that save to not make the rolls. But if you fail the save, you have to make the rolls on ability damage.
Yeah. All right.
In which direction are you heading to after being done in this city?
He's probably going to stay in Alteruk because it's safer. Many of the city-states are quite dangerous for somebody like us.
Well, you're more than welcome in Tier. You have a home out there. You could be part of our shrine.
I've heard the rumors that Calic is dead. That's the only
Yes, he
reason
is.
that anything is tolerated in Tyr. It's only a matter of time before another despot climbs the throne, climbs the ladder of power, and decides that people like us, people who believe in the power of fire, are a threat to their authority, and they'll come after us. Trust me, they'll come after us. Don't leave yourself out in the open, demonstrating your power to just anyone. Use your power in secret to smite people who deserve it.
Well, we've attracted a lot of followers so far. Some people from up north that we met, some pilgrims, and the people in the city too have been benefiting of the good powers given back by the god of flame.
All right. He's cynical. Apparently, he doesn't really explain it, but he's got a past where he's been burned before by sorcerer kings, and he's had to flee for his life, so
Yeah.
he's just warning you to use caution. They can definitely go after you just for casting a simple cantrip in town.
Oh, damn.
Oh my.
What
Try
about
not to-
class abilities like wild sheep?
Try not,
Well, if you
try not to accidentally bless someone. Like,
Does
I'll
bardic
use
inspiration
bless on
count
you.
as
Oh,
magic?
Let's
Well,
just
it's good to
say
know-
wild shape is a magical effect that they would frown on as well.
where have you met other clerics of the flames during your travels, except for me?
Of course. There are a few around.
Difficult to find.
We usually don't advertise, as you
No.
understand. It's very risky to do what you did.
Of course. I'll be more careful.
Especially in Gulg, he tells you.
Well, let me know if ever you're in need of help. I am in Tyr. You can send a messenger. Send it to the shrine, and I'll reply to you.
All right. Cole nods and says if he's passing through Tyr, he'll stop and visit the shrine.
You're more than welcome. Maybe we'll have a great sacrifice.
Pyromaniacs.
All right. Anybody else?
Oh, yeah. Where's that card
So-
that you were talking about, real quick?
at some point, Ninja, I'm going to go down a dark alley, and I want you to get me to go into like an opioid den for Esperweed, and then someday I just wake up and I'm addicted to Esperweed.
Addicted.
Do you actually want to be addicted?
I think it would be fun. Just imagine my guy go from I am a calm temple believing in everything, and just going to where's my fucking Esperweed? I need it. I need it. Where is it?
That's a character arc.
That's more than an art.
That's a change.
That's
Not a good one.
I will
Because
be the
counsel me.
aggressive friend who tells you
Wait, do
no
drinking
more
Asperweed
Esperweed.
gives you any sort of buff?
I just jump into the cart for no to carry on, and then you get into the cart, and then everyone else slowly gets into the cart, and I'm like, "What's going on here?" Tarek, this is an intervention.
Anybody else have anything real quick?
yeah.
Yeah.
Brensa is when Brensa and Dragon are done at the accessory shop, she's gonna go across the street to that alchemist that the shop owner mentioned.
All right.
But so see, did I hear you? You were gonna say something? I didn't talk over you.
Yeah, you can go first. I'm currently trying to figure out how to make this work, so you can go ahead.
Oh, okay.
To the
So
alchemist.
Brensa's gonna go. Yep. And I assume that the things that are on the list are all on display.
The alchemist shop has a wide variety of items. There's probably a lot of generic stuff that's not listed but is available.
Mhm.
But the things that the alchemist is trying to sell that are on display in the windows and around the shop are these things that you see on the list here. So you've got the sling, the chitin ointment, the Draxia ointment, the Esperweed, although the Esperweed is kept behind the counter, and then And then in jars up on the shelf behind him, like the top shelf liqueurs, it's the various elemental essences.
Okay. Can you tell me a bit about these elemental essences? What are they used for?
Well, an alchemist can use these elemental essences to craft a variety of different potions.
Hmm, interesting. And what's that plant behind the counter that's in that lockbox?
Esperweed. Esperweed only grows locally here along the coast of the Silt Sea. It's a rarity, difficult to find, difficult to cultivate, quite expensive to purchase. However, when ingested, if you can stand the flavor of the thing, it does imbue quite a boost to your psionic powers. Sort of an analog for the spice from Dune. The Esperweed is very much a mind booster.
Does he happen, just out of character, does he happen to mention it's also does like helps monks out and stuff like that? I see that key point thing in there.
He basically says it is a general purpose psionicist thing. Anybody who uses telepathy, telekinesis, psychic teleportation, any of the variety of martial psionics ranging from monk abilities to psi warriors to, just you name it. They could all benefit from the Esperweed, the rare drug cultivated here in this region.
Psychometabolism.
How much does he have in stock?
All right.
Enough.
Well,
More than you can afford.
Brent is like, I don't know, Dragon, did you follow me in?
Yes.
Okay. He's gonna turn to the Dragon and say, we've got somebody that might be able to use this stuff in our group.
Indeed. And if we get some extra, I might also be able to cultivate it over in Tyr.
We probably need the seeds. This stuff looks pretty dried and kind of
It
dank.
is usually from the dried state that one can extract seeds.
Oh, maybe we can ask him if he's got any seeds and stems as well as the good stuff.
Mayhaps.
Wah wah. Bad
will-
jokes. Sorry.
no worries. I'll ask the alchemist if he has any pouches, thin pouches that would break on contact.
No. Nah, nothing like that.
Wild?
Well, how about some just regular old, I don't know, would you consider them beakers or vials?
He's gonna direct you over to the weapon shop. He's a glass blower, He makes things like that.
Wow.
All right, and then one more question. Did a group of elves and men come through here asking about a specific group in particular?
He thinks about it. Yeah, they did, in fact. They mentioned a group of individuals. Something about a fire cleric and a gladiator and an urukite. Some others.
Prince is just gonna look at Dragon, just raise an eyebrow. Taruk, sorry.
Oh, I'm not there.
Traxus. Sorry, Traxus. Sorry, two T names. I get confused in real life.
It's okay. But yeah, I will say, did they seem to have any sort of malice about them?
Nothing in particular. They were just asking questions. People ask questions all the time. Maybe they were delivering a letter.
I see. Well, thank you for your time. I'll have 5 Esper weeds, please.
That'll be 1,250 ceramic pieces.
Is everyone just going to become a Dreggy now?
Make that 3.
All right.
Russ
750 ceramic pieces for 3 Esperweeds.
is gonna.
What?
He's going to tell you these
Um,
things taste really, really bad. However, try to keep it down. Otherwise, you won't get the effects if you vomit it out. It's potent stuff, kid. Mind that you don't use it more than once a day. Fair warning.
All right, so I have 3 Esperweeds now.
Okay.
And whatever you need, Psycho.
Yeah. So Brents is going to look at this Belican. She's going to buy just 2 things. First of all, you said he had generic things. So there's not really a recipe for it that they give in the character description, but there's ritual herbs that I need that are valued at 25 ceramic pieces.
Sure. Yeah.
That I need to resummon Daggermaw. Yeah. So I'm going to buy one of those. I'm assuming is it going to be 25 or is he upcharge me?
Yeah, 25.
Okay. And then she'd like to also to buy 2 vials of the Belican Sting.
Okay. You had asked another
And,
question too. Hey, let me answer this question for you. So this comes from GM Binder from a book called Crafting and Gathering Alchemy, Herbalism, and Poisons, and she'll explain like the water elemental droplets that she's got on the shelf. You can use them to make potions of swimming.
Oh.
And you can make a smoke bomb
What is
with
this?
the air elemental.
What is this swimming?
It's useful on the silt sea. For you see, you can easily drown in silt, but if you have this potion, it makes you buoyant. So it keeps you on the surface, bobbing on the silt, rather than sinking beneath the sands where you can't breathe.
Oh, quite useful.
You can make alchemist
Well,
fire
we need to
using
find
the
it.
fire elemental ember. And you can
Well, we
make
need to be a trained alchemist to make these particular potions, though, however.
these are all quite easy. A novice could do it. DC 10.
Really?
If you've got the tools, even a
DC
novice can do
10,
it.
To do what? Sorry.
and it would.
To make any of the potions that you'd make with these elemental bits that she's got for sale here.
Sorry, I
You
was
need
thinking
like an alchemist kit and so forth, which I assume is probably what an intelligence roll.
So it says here that these are common recipes. DC 10, creation of these items costs 25 gold pieces in addition to the ingredient listed and 1 workday of time. Now you're spending 50 outright to buy the ingredient from her, so that's the expense, which is double what they say in the book here. But then you just make the check and 1 workday of time. You could probably do it while you're resting.
But what kind of check is it?
Alchemist tools check. Probably intelligence.
Okay. Intelligence. Okay, so I thought.
Yes, any artisan tools is an intelligence check.
That's not necessarily true.
Okay.
Depends on
most
what
artisan
you're
tools,
making.
other than blacksmithing and the like, anything out of the ordinary of regular labor would be intelligence. Even gem carving.
Really? So the Fletcher's kit is intelligence? I've been using Dex this time.
Nah, you can use Dex for that. It sounds like a dexterity hand thing. Anything that's like muscle memory, doing something repeatedly, like a manufacturing process that uses a lot of like finger movement, can easily be Dex.
And what about my poisoner's kit? Is that intelligence?
Well, the thing about these kits is that it's meant to be a case of the kit doesn't add any proficiency from any other ability score. It's just a flat, like, add your proficiency to the roll.
Well, no. You can apply an ability score to a check. So it really would depend on the circumstances.
Not a tool check. Not in 5th edition.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it does. These tools use Dex. Gaming sets use Dex.
On the character sheet, it's even got a toggle for what ability score the skill is using.
Yeah.
It's factored in.
I haven't seen anything like that. I'll give it a quick Google.
Yeah, you might be
Feel free.
you might be rolling your stuff wrong.
So anyways, okay. Well, anyways, we'll deal with the poisoner's kit issue later when I actually start trying to craft poisons. But it's neither here nor there for now. If I head out that. So yeah, so I'll buy the 2 Belkin Sting and the ritual herbs. So that'll be 35. I'm gonna do what I did in the accessory shop before and slide them an extra 10 and kind of tapping the Belkin Sting and say, "Do you happen to know where I could get something perhaps a bit stronger than this? Something perhaps more general purpose?"
The alchemist thinks and says something stronger than Balakan Sting. Yeah, I don't know. What are you trying to do? You trying to make him itch or kill him outright? I mean, poison would probably do the trick if you got enough of it. But giants are huge. You'd need a lot of poison. And how do you get them to eat the stuff? So they're more amusing to themselves. They're not really useful.
They're not really useful.
They don't
okay.
have contact in the black market for you.
You know what? Vanessa just thinks to herself and just realizes she probably should have just talked to her underworld contact to begin with rather than asking these shopkeepers.
Yeah, from your bounty hunter background, you have that, right?
Yeah, I have the underworld contact in every city. That's what I used to find the spy to send a message to Uruk. So I'll let some other people talk, but when it comes back to me, I'll take care of that.
All right. Yeah, that's a shortcut into the black market. You won't have to do the carousing thing to get in there.
I wanted to do that. Damn it, Brent.
Well, I mean, you still can. I mean, you haven't said
Still
anything yet.
can.
You're
I don't
welcome
know
to
how
make the
much
roll.
Does it? It says I need a week of downtime though.
Yeah, usually to do the carousing check does require a week.
Yeah, we're only here for 2 days.
Technically, this one though, I made a note. You can, if you have 4 hours, you can make the roll here.
Well, we're in charge of when the caravan moves out. So we could stay here for an entire week, but I feel that we should move on ASAP.
So, communal bard.
That's what I was reading.
That's the one.
250 ceramic pieces. That's how much it costs?
Yeah. It eats up at least 4 hours of downtime. You make the roll. You wouldn't be able to make the roll again for a week, but I'll let you make it here.
Alrighty. Persuasion, right?
Yeah. Charisma persuasion.
As a bard, if I fail this, my pride shall be wounded.
Give yourself. Oh, you can't.
Don't worry. Whenever we play with you, our pride is also.
Can't really
wounded.
give yourself barding inspiration. That wouldn't help you for that.
13. I barely passed. If that is a pass or any sort.
You get one of 50 points. Make a note.
Well, okay.
Cool.
It's progress, but not much. So, with your 4 hours of carousing and asking around town about the bardic profession, you acquire almost no new information that'll help you get into the black market. However, you found slightly more than Varenza found so far, without using a contact. All right. Do we want to do that next?
Yeah.
I guess so. I mean, I've bought my stuff.
Okay. Using a known contact who has already found the black market, he's gonna let you know where it is, and you can get in. If you would like to pass that information on to your party members, you are allowed to do that, but your contact will warn you, probably not a good look to bring too many people with you into the black market. You might spook them.
So, Sia, does Brenson know that you've been trying to get into the black market?
I haven't really been open about it.
Okay, so she's not going to bring anybody then.
All right. To the
She
black
doesn't
market.
know anybody else has been looking to.
When you get there, the black market appears to be a fine establishment where there's like hookah bars and people are lounging around and there's music playing and there's a bunch of well-dressed, noble-looking people lounging about, chit-chatting about various things. When you enter, many of them will look over at the new face and quirk an eyebrow. And you feel many eyes on you as you move about the room because you're new here and not well known. But your contact is there, and he makes a thieves' can't gesture, and the nearby guards take their hands off their weapons and cross their arms over their chests and continue to just watch. All right.
So we're just gonna walk in. I assume what kind of establishment is this? Is this a shop? Is this kind of a underground bar type of situation?
Like I said, it looks like a fine bar for very, very rich and exclusive patrons. Like, there's no riffraff in here. You don't see any dirty street people.
Mhm.
There is nothing but servants and nobility. Well-dressed people here.
So I was just gonna walk up to the bar and order an ale,
All right.
just a standard drink, which I assume is probably one overpriced and two of pretty darn good quality.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
I'll be with
That's
you
the
on this. And
barkeep. What's that?
I'm gonna be because I would have been following you this entire time. Don't split the party in my mind, but I'll be with you, and I'll order a shot of their strongest poison, and kind of say it in a joking, kind of say it in a joking tone, but be completely and utterly serious.
All right. Well, you heard the warning from his contact, so be on your best behavior. So, Varenza,
Of course.
you've got yourself a
Mhm.
drink. You're in the black market. There are several vendors here that have their things for sale if you'd like to ask them about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the poison vendor and see what they've got on tap, so to speak.
Okay. He's got the Book of Poison. He's got Elf Scent, Talese Essence, Hunting Cactus Poison.
Oh. Vensa is going to definitely be eyeballing the Book of Poisons, and she's going to inquire. She wants to know a bit more about this. She's been expanding her repertoire when it comes to bounty hunting to be a bit more versatile.
Well. A lot of information about various poisonous plants of Athos is compiled in these drawings, these careful illustrations of the plants so you can tell them apart from the other various flora. And they also contain some basic illustrations of how to mix them in different quantities. Simple enough that even illiterates can understand it.
Of which I am one.
Yeah.
So, picture books. Perfect.
Yep. It's a clay tablet picture book.
So, yeah, Brenza is going to purchase 2 vials of the Hunting Cactus Poison
Okay.
and the Book of Poisons, which I assume is when we're out in the world, will let me identify and harvest various ingredients.
If you're looking for poisons, it's useful when you're trying to gather the resources for it. Like if you're making a check, if it's like a knowledge nature check to identify a poisonous plant, it'd be great for that. It'll give you advantage.
Give me advantage or for bonus. Yep, got it.
And also, if you're doing the actual crafting, you can get advantage from it on that too.
Got it. And also on the character, what's this favor system I see down here?
Okay, that's a carousing thing. If you look on the table for carousing on the thing in the corner here.
Yep. You need to gain favors, and then so I would trade in these favors to have access to these particular trainers.
Right.
Okay, so like the phase would be introductions, letters of mark, that sort of thing.
Well, so these are skills that trained assassins have. So basically, the carousing is you coming to this fancy bar and spending a bunch of money befriending one of the assassins. And if you are a good enough friend to the assassin, maybe they'll teach you their secret arts of assassination, but only to their friends, only to a trusted associate, usually only somebody who is themselves a bard.
Yeah. Now, Bard is in the class, or Bard is in the lifestyle of Athens?
The lifestyle.
Or
So
both.
several
Lifestyle.
D&D classes could all be considered a Dark Sun bard.
Got it. Probably not a ranger, though.
Yeah, depends on how you use your bow.
So, all right. Well, I'll make do with the Book of Poisons and the Hunting Cactus Poison at this point, which is, what is it, beat 525?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good for now. I'll let Traxxas finish his vial of poison.
Actually, about that, as we're going to the poison vendor, I'll tell the vendor, I'll make a bet with you. If I survive your strongest poison, we get one of your items for free.
The vendor eyes you suspiciously. The vendor will give you 1 dose of cactus venom if you take this dose of cactus venom.
Yep, I down it.
Oh, it's an injury poison. You have to poke yourself with it. It's like
okay,
a spiny
fine.
needle.
Yeah. So I'll let's see. I don't really have anything. Vrenza, do you have anything?
Vrenza's gonna hand you an arrow.
Okay, that works. So
No. It is itself like an arrow. So the cactus shoots these spines out like arrows, and they fly through the air. It's basically the cactor from Final Fantasy. It will kill you with cactus needles. They're at least as big as a dart, maybe bigger.
Okay, so
Can I use them like a traditional poison vial, though, in terms of applying the poison to my arrows?
You could break it open. It is a cactus needle. Break it open and smear the cactus sap on a weapon.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
To show just how confident I am, I will actually poke this dart into my chest near my heart.
Oh, wow. Well, you take 1 point of piercing damage, and the poison has no effect. The vendor is gonna think about it for a second and says, "Oh, I know your secrets. Brave of one of you to come into town."
Oh, so you know of... And then kind of just glances around, not really moving my head. My kind.
You could easily pass for a human, couldn't you?
Indeed, if not for my eyes.
What are the Yuan-Ti doing in Alteruk? We're too heavily defended for your people to pose a threat. I can't imagine you're a forward scout of some raiding party.
Oh no, you mistake me for some of those feral UNT.
And what was the name of the cleric again?
Immolator Kull. Kull.
Yes, you mistake me for one of those feral tribes. No, I am a respectable druid.
Right on. Well, that's fine. This is the black market. Everybody's got secrets here.
Yeah. Do we still get that free thing?
Yeah. You get a free cactus dart. It's worth 200
Yay.
CP.
You're welcome, Vrenza.
Oh, you gave it to me. Perfect. Well, thank you very much. I think this will be quite useful. This I point to it in the book, and I'm like, seems like it'll make somebody seize up quite nicely.
You've also not encountered that cactus before, so now you're a little more aware of one of the dangers of the desert.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
it
Renza
kind
hasn't
of,
seen hunting cactus before.
I mean, they're fairly
Good to know.
common, probably. I haven't thrown one at the party yet.
so it
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
acts like siltworm venom, where it seizes up or just basically paralyzes. Whatever.
She's gonna bring out her flask of silkworm venom and say it's actually quite a bit stronger than this stuff.
Ah. Well,
Mechanically, silkworm poison has a DC 12. This has a DC 14. And for the silkworm poison, they're only paralyzed if they fail it by 5.
So here it says, hunting cactus venom. When correctly harvested and refined, the venom contained in the tiny sac at the base of the hunting cactus spine can be made into a fast-acting paralytic agent, disrupting the victim's central nervous system for nearly 2 minutes.
ooh. That's enough
Yeah.
time to just instill a heart attack.
It's also more than enough time to do a coup de grace.
Yeah.
Stab them for 2 minutes.
Anywho,
Yeah.
the poison vendor. I'll ask if there are any snake vendors here in the black market, as I will show off Vin to the poison seller.
Yeah, I think if you go to the kitchens, they probably have quite a few snakes ready for tonight's meal.
Oh no. Oh, Vin.
I'll just kind of get this look of horror on my face, and kind of hide Vin away. It's just like,
Oh, you're not looking
getting
to
my
sell?
snake.
You're not looking to sell? You could probably fetch a fair price for that one.
Oh no, Vin is my friend, and I prefer to keep all snakes as my friends.
Snake meat's fairly tasty.
Yeah, no, thank you.
You could make a really nice wallet.
So there
Wallet
aren't any
Vin.
vendors that sell that just sell poisonous snakes. There's only the kitchen.
Well, usually they'll catch them, cut their heads off, and then eat them, because they're more a nuisance than anything else.
Damn it! I want my snake army. God damn it!
Well, I'm saying if you wanna go break into the kitchens and free the snakes, that's your call.
It's like the rat army idea, but with snakes.
Or you could go out into the desert and find your own snakes. You're welcome to make a nature check and go looking for snakes rather than hang out in town.
Yeah, I suppose I can do that.
Dark Sun is like Australia. There are poisonous snakes everywhere.
Can I I mean, I know that that survival is usually like hunting and foraging and all that other sort of stuff, but could I substitute survival in for nature to look for snakes?
Yeah, I suppose you could use survival to know where snakes would congregate. That's fine.
Making the roll.
It's sort of an inversion. Usually you use survival to look for things to boost your survival rather than to find things that are deadly.
I'm like 100% sure it would be a nature check, but
It's like inverted.
Dang it. Okay, I don't find any snakes. Or I don't know where to look for any snakes.
They like to hide. They have good camo. You probably passed 3 or 4 of them, but they didn't make a sound.
Well, I could expend
checks.
I could expend a spell slot to do the cheatsy.
Oh,
I could literally just pluck a scale from Vin and use locate animals or plants to locate pretty much any snake within a mile radius.
Yeah, there you go. Then you'd find the hidden ones right nearby.
you could always ask Daggermaw, who's been tagging along as well.
Yeah, but I fear Daggermaw would bring back a dead snake.
She there's a very good possibility she will quote unquote play with the snake ahead of time. Yes.
Yes. Otherwise, I appreciate the offer, but no. So yeah, I'll just
Daggermaw looks mightily disappointed.
For the rest of however long we're going to be staying here, I'll use my locate animals or plants to collect as many snakes as I can and use free animal friendship on them.
All right. You spend all day looking for snakes. You find one snake that you're able to take as a pet.
All right. I will name the second snake Diesel.
Vin and Diesel. Gotcha. You know, Vin Diesel
Oh,
plays a lot of D&D.
I did see the episode where he was playing a witch hunter. Yes.
Yeah.
Was he playing
He's
a
also
weapon?
big into Warhammer, I heard.
Warhammer, I find, is cooler in concept than in execution.
Hey now.
I will be taking a break. The rest of you can do a lot of shit.
I'm gonna change maps here to the outside Alteruk map, and I'm gonna put all the figurines on that one. And then I'm gonna go make coffee, because it's time to make coffee.
I can second that.
Uh-oh.
Well, if you're
We
going to be
just
doing
lose
that,
all our minis?
I got them.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
if you're going to get coffee, that means you don't need me here. So I'm going to go get coffee. Yay!
What is this? Okay, the desert.
The vast expanse of desert.
Oh, giants. I know what we're facing.
Oh shit! How'd that happen? Is this the right bag? How peculiar. Well, I had my bag, and then it bounced over here and rolled into another bag somehow. And now I can't find it.
Forenza, would you be using your your humanoid ping, and would that work on the giants?
So the giants
They are
have they been
not
created by
humanoid.
magic?
Okay.
Like how have they came to existing in this world?
They have always existed. They are giants. They were one of the races that was not wiped out.
Okay.
All right, now that I've saved my bag from the black hole of bags in the corner there. I don't know what happened. My bag physics freaked out and it went tumbling away for no reason. Very, very strange.
Oh, we have these mushrooms, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, those cards got messed up. I'm making new cards.
Okay.
I accidentally shuffled that, set them, dealt them, and now they think that they are playing cards.
What's the weather today?
Where I'm at, it sucks.
Oh, yeah, here it sucks too. But no, in the desert.
Let's see. You arrived at night and it was bitter cold. And then the next day, during the day, it was fairly hot. Like above average double water time.
What would be the disadvantage there if I had the plate armor on?
If you travel while wearing armor, you suffer exhaustion.
Even if I'm mounted.
Yes.
And exhaustion, can I recuperate it over that night?
You can remove 1 level of exhaustion when you rest.
So I gain 1, but I can remove 1.
Yeah.
I'll wear the armor. and
However,
recuperate
Oh.
the
over
risk is if you have a day that's really hot, like today, and you have to drink double water, if you fail to drink double water, then you get a level of exhaustion, but then because you had already had a level of exhaustion from the armor, instead you get 2 levels of exhaustion, which puts you at 3 levels of exhaustion, which starts to get into the rough territory.
Well, I have plenty of
Good
water.
question.
Yeah.
Did everybody get their money from the Gith ambusher fight? Did everybody add that to their character sheets before I get rid of this this
I had it in
note
mine.
card?
Wait, how much did we get from it?
AFK.
I didn't know we got paid for it.
We got 148.5 for the actual money we found, and then after selling, that was each, and then after selling the loot, we got 65.5 each as well.
So 145.5.65.5.
148.5 plus 65.5.
All right. Ceramic pieces.
Yeah. Has anyone else not added their stuff in before I get rid of this card? Going once,
200.
going twice. All right,
Okay.
I'm going to delete it.
I missed what you said.
I was asking, I was making sure before I deleted this note card that had the party split in terms of loot from the ambushers, the Gith ambushers, if everybody had added their money from last session to their character sheets.
Okay, yeah,
And
yeah,
Sia
yeah.
said he had not, but I think he was the last one to
I did.
not do so. You did not either?
I did. I'm good.
Oh, you're good. All right. Long, you're good?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Mad?
Is he back? Mad Dog?
Oh. I'll wait if he's not back.
Oh, I'm back. Anyone else there?
So, Matt, did you add the money from the Gith ambush that I had divided up? I'm just trying to clean up my note cards, and I'm going to get rid of it if everyone's added it to their inventory.
I think I did.
Okay. Good enough. Gone.
Oh my god, 2 giants, kill him.
This guy hasn't asked his jawbone.
Jawbone of an ass.
Damn, look at that fucking nutsack. That's a literal nutsack.
Is there context from what I'm hearing?
Are you?
You can't see because Ninja's blindfolded his stream, but there's these like giants on the table, and they are a sight to see.
Hearing this without context is very interesting.
Can you all see the nutsack?
No.
I can.
I see scrotum.
I see a loincloth, but I do not see a scrotum.
I'm back. I have coffee.
Welcome back.
I too have coffee. I put way too much milk in it, but I have coffee.
I think I shouldn't have had that double shot espresso after a cigarette.
Yeah. Well,
You're talking a little fast.
So you guys can arrange your caravan however you like here.
Where's my Kinkin cart?
was I able to
Ah, here we
find
go.
any of what I was looking for, Ninja?
What did you want to look for?
Either a druid teacher, or a fighting master, or maybe even a fighting pit just for entertainment or prize money, or even a psionicist if they can enhance physical abilities like I already sort of do, but can like train me.
That's a lot of questions.
He wants to become stronger. How does he get stronger?
Big boy.
Here in Alteruk. Alright. Here's what I had in mind for Morg that you might be interested in. Alright, so here in town there is a recruitment officer from the mercenary army. And he's gonna catch a look at you. Being the big strapping barbarian that you are, the big mole gladiator. He's gonna approach you and he's gonna say, "Oh, you look like you can fight. But how do you move? How's your balance, son?"
Am I supposed to like do a dex roll or something?
He wants to know what your dexterity is. Is it at least 13?
No, unfortunately it's only 12.
Only 12. I thought maybe you'd have the talent, but it looks like you don't got the sea legs for it. He'll explain that he is a trainer of war beast fighting for fighting battles from big siege vehicles, war beetles and the like. He said if you had better balance, he might train you, but you don't seem to have the talent he's looking for. You need one more dexterity before he could train you.
Ooh.
Alright, how do I get more dexterity? I got a level?
At level 8, you can get a feat or an ability score improvement. The feat might include a dexterity improvement if you pick the right feat. So that's one thing I had in mind. There's also some interesting weapons for sale that I thought might be useful to you.
Wait, we're level 6, right?
Yeah.
Did I put something into my ability score improvement? Because I'm level 4 in druid now and I should get an ability score improvement.
Did you improve your scores at level 4? Or did you take a feat?
I did not take a feat, but I'm not. I don't think.
Are you using my character sheet? Because it would say on there.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're 3 levels of druid, aren't you?
I'm 4 levels of druid, 2 levels of barbarian.
When multi-classing, that's one of the things that stays the same, though, I think. At level 4 and 8, you still get the ability score improvement.
Oh, is it the overall character level?
I thought so. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Is that class specific? It didn't used to be.
When you took your level up, did you level up in druid or barbarian?
Druid.
Yeah, then you have to do your ability score improvement then.
5th edition multi-classing. Okay. Class features.
It's just a feature.
Ability scores.
You treat the classes as if they're separate. He's 4 levels of barbarian of druid. He gets an ability score.
Right. I guess they do it like that, where you have to hit level 4 in that class.
Yeah, it's not like a all-around level up. The only thing that changes when you...
All right. It used to be. In 3rd edition, it definitely used to be, but not anymore.
Was that?
In earlier editions of D&D, You would get
Yep.
ability score improvements at level 4, 8, 12, regardless of your class. You could multi-class all you
Yeah.
wanted. It would still, at those levels, give you the stuff. Not anymore. Now you have to hit level 4 in a class to get that ability from that class.
Oh, I see what you mean.
But he does have 4 levels in Druid, so he did get a couple ability score points that he could spend. So on my character sheet, if you go to that tab with all of your ability scores, look up in the upper right corner. Do you see how there's like 4 little class things?
Yep. Yeah.
You want to change the number there. You have to do it manually, and then it'll give you more ability points. So if you say like Druid 4 there, then it should pop up 2 extra points on the spot at the bottom where you can add ability score points.
So where are we into our adventure? Are we on our way? On the road?
On the road again. You are still in Alteruk until you say otherwise. You guys are still in shopping mode. I'm just sort of setting up for when you do leave, because that's what this board is. Outside Alteruk on the way to the next town.
I still do need to pick up either fragile containers or thin pouches to fill with the silt from the docks area of town. And I want to get 24 of them so that I can give 4 pouches each to each party member and say, use this to either blind your enemies or create a smoke screen. Silt is very fine and will cause a dust plume.
Wait, what are you putting them in?
I'm trying to get silt into a fragile container that'll break on contact.
Right. Well, you were directed to the weapon manufacturer, who is a glass blower.
Right.
And he's got those globes. He's got splash globes. So you can buy a splash globe for 5 ceramic pieces, and then you can just walk up to the beach and fill it with silt, and then you'll have the thing you're talking about.
Yep. Makeshift smoke screens or blinding silt.
However, he'll recommend that you could just buy Rannick sap smoke in a splash globe, and it will be much more effective.
All right. I think I'll get.
Yeah. Wait a minute. That's the wrong one. That one's for bugs. What's the one that's good for people?
Ninja, how do I get rid of the 2 that goes in there?
Yeah. Let me look at your sheet.
Yeah. So 24 times 5 is 1. No, 2.
I've got the bookmark here.
120.
All right, so you've got Barbarian 2, Druid 4, and then it's got 2 points listed here.
I just put it underneath ability points, the blue area here.
Yeah.
I want more deck.
So over here where you want more, you just put it there.
Because then it still shows the 2 points in the yellow area.
Yeah, they don't go away. It's just showing you how many you would have from that level.
Okay.
And technically, it's supposed to show up here. So if you didn't have the 2 points here, it should show up here as 2. But it looks like this has been manually edited, so it's not going to do anything. Like normally there's a formula on the unspent ability points thing here that would like take the number from up here and do a calculation on how many points you've got, but it can't do that because this is like just a blank thing now.
Okay.
I could probably fix that. Hang on a second. What's supposed to be in that formula spot is... Ooh, that's a big long line of code. Okay, I'll pop back over to your sheet, and I'll paste it in. Oh, I'm in view only. I can't. Here, I'm gonna send you a line of code. Could you put that entire line of code into this space here? that I've highlighted. That big fat 0 next to unspent ability points. Okay. So according to this, you already put 2 ability points into wisdom. And you only have the 2, so it's already done.
What's that? What are we doing?
I'm looking at Long's character sheet. So he's got 2 in strength from his race and 1 in con from his race, and then when he hit level 4 in druid, he put 2 into wisdom, and from a feat, he put 1 into strength. What was the feat?
That was my psionic one I chose a strength.
Gotcha. That's right. That gives you an ability score 1. Cool. All right.
So it's in his wisdom.
So I can't train then, damn.
Nah. You would need to gain some levels, take a feat. However, if you go to the weapons store, there's some interesting weapons there. How much money have you got? Are you as poor as everyone else?
I have a lot of money. I haven't spent like anything. I got 45 whole gold pieces.
How much is that in ceramic pieces?
4,500.
4,500.
All right. Well, if you're planning to travel along the coastline, you might want one of these. He's going to show you. He's going to show you the Giant Slayer's Great Lance of Bloodlust. Costs 4,000 ceramic pieces, though. It's more than you can afford.
That name sounds
4,000. I have 4,000.
Do you?
Yep, got 45 gold pieces.
Oh, all right. So you'd still have 500 left. Yeah, 4,016 ceramic pieces, to be specific. He tells you that the psionic power imbued in this giant lance just like drives you into a bloodlust while you're fighting. So when you drop an enemy during a rage, you get a +2 strength bonus lasting until the end of your rage that stacks once per turn up to a maximum of 24 strength.
It gives me... Wait, what? It gives me...
That's way too powerful. What?
All right, so you have the lance. You hop on your mount. You charge at an enemy. You stab him in the face with the lance. He dies. Your strength goes up by 2. Next turn, you charge at another enemy. You stab him in the face with your lance. He dies. You gain another +2 strength. The next turn, wash, rinse, repeat until you hit the cap at 24 strength.
Oh, okay.
However...
Oh, it upgrades my strength score. I thought I was doing, like, bonus damage, like...
No. Just in general,
Wow.
you steroid freak out every time you kill somebody so hard. However, for every point above your normal strength cap, at the end of your rage, you take a d6 points of damage for every point of strength above normal. And then you resist half of it because you're a barbarian that's enraging.
Okay.
So, I don't know. What's your strength normally?
16.
All right. So you could go up...
8d6.
4 times. 4 turns you could upgrade your strength. And then...
Every time you get the +2 bonus, that's an extra +1 to hit, +1 damage.
But then you would take 8d6 damage after your rage ends, and that would suck.
That would hurt.
It's after the rage ends?
When your rage ends, your body just gets thrashed by how much you've exceeded your normal strength ability. It's brutal. It's like...
But you still get to resist half of it
Yeah.
from the ending of your rage.
It's considered
right?
bludgeoning damage, and the barbarian resists half of it at the end of his rage. On the turn that it happens, when your rage is about to end, that's when you take all the damage.
Okay, I thought it was after. I'm like, then it doesn't get cut in half. That would be hella fucked up. I'm gonna die.
Yeah. You can resist half of it, so you have a chance of not dying instantly. It's a risk-reward thing. It's very expensive, but you can do
Okay.
tremendous damage to giants with it.
Oh, it does addition. It's like it does additional damage to giants.
No, he's just saying because they specialize in fighting giants here.
Okay.
He's used to selling to giant slayers, so he's promoting it as a giant slayer's great lance of bloodlust.
Hmm.
He's also got the great Macahuatl of shattering.
The what?
Can I see the stats of it? Where
So,
is this?
A Maharawatl is a big piece of wood that has obsidian sticking out of it. It's like the Aztec version of a sword.
it's a spiked baseball bat. It's a big.
Oh, am I thinking?
It is exactly as you described, but it is 12 pounds of club with obsidian spikes stuck into it like teeth in a line like a blade. So it is like a sword, but it's more like a teeth sword made of obsidian. With saw teeth of obsidian.
Any special properties?
Actually, wouldn't that be an interesting idea? Getting the jawbone of a giant creature and using it as a sword.
Yeah. Well, that's in here too.
We've done that Monster Hunter.
Anyway, the power of the great Macahuatl of shattering is that it's been modified into a sundering weapon, and when sundering, items that are made of stone, bone, or wood that fail are not just damaged; they are utterly destroyed, shattered instantly. So instead of hitting somebody wearing some bone armor and reducing his armor class by 2, instead you outright destroy the armor.
Does chitin count as bone?
No. Chitin is harder than bone and stone and wood. So chitin is unaffected. There are weapons here that specifically affect chitin, though. In the monk weapons, there is the... what's it called? It is the... Chitin Rotting Akavari Wood Tonfa. It's got like a special fungus growing on it. When you strike a chitinous shell with it, the shell itself has to make a DC 15 con save or be sundered. And it's not a save that the creature necessarily makes. Like, if it's a creature with natural armor, yes, but if it's a person wearing chitin armor, it's a flat DC 15 with no modifiers. So that's rough. You can easily destroy armor that way. Especially if you get multiple hits. It's great as a monk weapon, because you land 3 hits and it's minus 6 AC. Chitin armor is destroyed.
Right. Finishing up my little bit of shopping. I'll go 6 shattered glasses full of that smoke screen stuff that he was talking about. Because that...
I was wrong. All of those are like specialized for bug hunting. Basically, you can do like you were saying, just fill a splash globe. Alternatively, you can buy smoke bombs. I think that's standard D&D kit.
I think they're called smoke sticks, where you burn them and they just cause a huge plume of smoke. But yeah, I'll just get 24 splash globes, so that's 120 CP, and then go down to the docks and fill all of them with just very highly fine silt.
Here's a homebrew one. 30 gold pieces. That would be ceramic in Dark Sun. An Alchemist Potion erupts in a cloud of smoke when shattered. When broken using an action, it fills a sphere with a 20-foot radius with a thick fog cloud. The sphere spreads around corners, and its area is heavily obscured. It lasts for 5 minutes or until a wind of moderate or greater speed, at least 10 miles per hour, disperses it. Okay.
Isn't that just a smoke bomb?
A what?
A smoke bomb?
It is. That's what I'm reading, smoke bomb.
All right.
Right. So I will distribute 4 of these splash globes filled with silt to the party members and say, here, use in case you need to blind or possibly make a smoke screen.
Smoke bomb equipment. Bam.
For cheap, because silt is free.
If you get a glass bottle that explodes on contact, go to the beach and you got a smoke bomb.
Yeah.
Now, when are we going to have healing potions?
Ambient desert wind. It's one thing I like about Tailspire. It's got built-in ambience.
But Ninja, if it's got built-in ambience, how are we going to listen to your wonderful butter-filled voice?
Buttery. Moist.
Okay, I take it back. Stop it. Stop it now.
Juicy.
All right, don't forget to add these to your items, everybody. Otherwise, you'll forget.
Smoke bomb.
Smoke bomb?
Silk
Smoke
bomb. Actually,
Ninja,
well,
can you show me the description for
Is it
that
okay if
one
I
giant
just
slayer
put smoke
spear
bomb?
thingy?
It's on the Dark Sun item page. I could relink it.
okay.
So these are functionally working like the smoke bomb that you just linked.
Kind of, but you could also throw them into somebody's face and get their eyes full of silt.
No. What he made is silt in a splash globe. If you hit the target, it might have the effect you're looking for. Maybe it'll affect like within 5 feet if it splashes on them, creating a little puff of smoke. But it's nowhere near that giant cloud that actual chemical alchemy smoke bomb creates. I was suggesting
Right.
he buy one of those instead, but he didn't. He just got the splash globes and then filled them with silt.
And how much do they weigh? A pound each, probably.
Pound, yeah.
Yeah.
With the silt, the change in the weight is like exceedingly so minor that you probably wouldn't even notice.
Okay. And you gave each of us 2?
4.
Wait, 4 each?
Yep. There are 6 party members, and thus I got 24.
You're starting to weigh me down. Freaking
It's only
numbered
4
rules.
pounds.
So the throw range on a splash globe is not great. These are usually used with a Dahada glove. The Dahada glove increases the throw range to 30-60, which is a little bit better.
Right, but this is like in case of emergency. Like say that a giant is bearing down right on top of you. You just throw one of these into its face and run the other direction.
They actually have a magic Dahada glove here, the Enervating Dahada glove. Let's see here. The enervating effect says, speak the command word catch as a bonus action, and this weapon will make it so the next target struck is exhausted 1 level or 2 levels on a crit.
Ooh.
So you get yourself the splash globe, you get yourself the glove, and you say catch, and you hurl the splash globe in somebody's face. Not only will they be a little bit blinded for a turn, but they might even have 2 levels of exhaustion, and that would suck.
That would work well for our monk, since he's proficient at like throwing darts and such.
Yeah, pretty much anyone can use it. It's a fairly common weapon. It's as common as a sling in Dark Sun.
How much is it for this enervating glove?
852 ceramic pieces.
Oof.
Everything's expensive.
You can
Mad-
buy a regular one, though, for a lot cheaper.
Oh no, I'm going expensive because Mad, you're gonna owe me for this, but I believe that and you do have darts, right? You throw darts,
Yes.
so
If
this will basically work with your darts as well. So you could throw anything with this, and it'll just have the effect of either giving 1 point of exhaustion or 2 points of exhaustion if it's critical.
It would cost 15 ceramic pieces for a regular mundane glove with no special features.
Now, I'm taking the enervating one and I'm giving it to Taruk and saying, Taruk, I have gifts for you.
Wow, how much money did you have? That's a chunk of change. 852?
I had 2,094 ceramic pieces.
It's actually 852.5, so knock off half a ceramic piece. 10 bits,
800.
that'd be like 5 bits. So 853 and you get 5 bits change.
That's a lot of moolah.
That is a lot of moolah.
What is this thing called?
It
The
is
glove
the enervating Dahada glove. Here, I'll copy pasta it into Discord, and you can just paste it into your character sheet.
If you could copy past it, it would be mucho gracias, signore.
Copy pasta.
Copy pasta.
What language are you guys speaking?
I am speaking a little bit of Italian.
TARDIS. Retardis.
Pig Latin?
It's actually quite funny. A friend of mine has started using that instead of the word retarded. Retarded. I think it's meant to be like Doctor Who reference somehow. Retardis.
Retardus.
Because you're just not saying it, but you are.
You're so tarded that time is flowing backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can see there with that glove, you have to say catch, otherwise it doesn't do the thing. You have to say it while you're attacking, because you're hurling a ball at somebody. Catch! Poof. It doesn't require any actions or anything, it's just a thing you say when you attack. But if you don't say it, it won't do it.
So say you have to say the word catch as a bonus action.
Oh, yeah, that's right, sorry. That one is a bonus action. Some of them are free, not always.
Say it and then an action to... Oh, God.
It eats up your turn, for sure.
But it also does a heck of a lot. Exhaustion is nothing to scoff at in Dark Sun.
It's not really useful until you get multiple stacks, though. One is not enough. You really want 3.
Right, but I mean, you do have extra attacks, don't you, Mad?
It's complicated. I have extra attack, but my bonus action causes my other attacks to take effect. So I rely on my bonus action probably a lot more than some other classes do.
Well, you have regular extra attack, right? So you could use your bonus attack, or you could use your bonus action to do the effect on the item, and then you could make your 2 attacks.
Yeah, but I use my bonus action for a lot more things.
Usually, yeah.
So this is a very circumstantial thing, is what I'm trying to say.
It's a ranged weapon, first and foremost. I don't think you had a ranged weapon. You're mostly up in your face fighting people.
That's how I'm built. I had darts.
So the Dahada glove is really meant to be like a case by case sort of thing. Like you want to get a bunch of splash globes for different circumstances. Some of these are really useful against different things. Like the one is fantastic against insects.
What splash globes do I have now?
You were given one that just has silt in it.
Which gives the exhaustion.
No. The glove gives the exhaustion as a magical effect. The silt will blind a target for a turn if you get a direct hit.
Oh, I see.
It's like you're aiming at their face with a bunch of dust. It explodes in their face. It does like the point of damage, and then they're blinded until they rub the dust out of their eyes.
Is it until the end of my next turn? Or until the end of the turn order?
Usually I do those things like it affects them for a turn, so on their turn they're blinded, and then the next turn they wouldn't be.
Ah, okay. So until the start of their next turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as it affects them for one full turn, and then they're not affected the next turn, unless you hit them again. So, let's see.
Right.
One of them is Kip Pheromones. What does that one do? Fascination. It's a drug. So the cool thing about the Kip pheromones is like you're hurling a drug at people and it's invisible, so they might not even be aware that they're being affected by the fascination effect. A creature that's fascinated cannot make any perception checks, so if you have a stealthy person and you hit them up with the Kip pheromones, it's gonna really improve your chances of not getting caught, because everything will just be in a daze, a drug delirium. Then there's the Rennick Sap, which is super effective at keeping insects away. So if you're getting ganked by a bunch of Wezzers, like a hive of Wezzers attacks you suddenly, and you got like 30 giant hornets trying to stab you, you can just bust out the Rennick Sap, and it'll drive them away.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the Stench Cloud one, which let's see, what does that do? Con save or become nauseated. So that's pretty good. It's not as good as poisoning, but it affects everything in a 10-foot cube for a minute, so you can create sort of area denial if you want enemies to not pass through a hallway, stuff like that. And then there's a stun cloud, which is a DC 15 con save, or become stunned for as long as they remain in the cloud. It's pretty bad. So, like, your turn starts, and try to make a save so you can get out of the cloud. If you can't, you stay in there and you're still stunned.
I need to buy these things when I have money,
When you have
which I don't have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people have been trying to donate stuff to you, so you might be able to ask for some financial assistance from somebody if you want to buy one of those.
Start using the orbs. Oh well, we'll get to it.
Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything else in town before you continue on your way? Biff, the caravan leader, is getting a little impatient after a day of sitting in town doing nothing.
I thought he was waiting 2 days.
But he was the one who said it would take 2 days for the frickin'
Yeah.
thing to recover.
Biff, when do you want to leave? Whenever you want to leave, guys. I mean, don't worry about me. I can wait whenever you like. Okay, that's great. Spends 3 days in town. Fucking hell, guys! What the hell have you been doing? I've been waiting here
Tell
for
him it'll
ages.
take us a month to get all this done.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was under the impression that you told us that we had time.
Well, you guys were pretty
Also, I
tired
still can't
after
find-
hustling through the night, so you did want to stay that one day.
Also, I still can't find the 4,000 copper piece spear thingy.
You haven't found it? What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm looking all over the items thing. I don't see it at the bottom or in the melee weapons or in the ranged weapons.
Which one are you talking about? The Giant Slayer, or the?
Spear thing,
It's a lance, actually.
Yeah, lances aren't usually meant for foot soldier combat. They're meant for mounts.
He's got a chariot. You could use a lance from a chariot.
You have a point there.
Okay, I pasted it in Discord. Can't possibly miss it now.
Could he
But it also,
could you transform into a centaur?
yeah, if only
It's
that
not
were
a
a thing in
big-
Dark Sun.
Yeah, there's no centaurs. They got exterminated. You've never even
Let
heard of
alone-
one.
Ah,
Let alone in a normal D&D campaign.
They probably died during the Green Age.
I'm gonna regret
oh.
asking. Has anyone here seen Centaur World?
No.
No.
I
No.
have seen bits and pieces.
Ah.
I do find it hilarious.
It is. It's a trip. It's a trip. Watch it when you're high. Oh my god, it's amazing.
Yes, watch
Yeah,
it while
I'm
you're on
following that.
acid. Even better.
Oh yeah.
Disclaimer: we're not saying that you should go and do drugs. Twitch
Yeah,
police.
we are. What are you talking about? Do drugs. Drugs all the time. All the time.
All right.
Drugs, drugs, drugs. Everybody loves them. Nobody hates them.
You're gonna get this man canceled, man.
Yeah,
If
nobody's
the rich
watching.
can do it, if the rich can do it, so can we.
If we had a huge audience, this might be a problem. So then, a couple days go by. The following day, you're given another 30 ceramic pieces. And Biff will once
Yay.
again say, well, here we are in town. Another day goes by. I think the Queen of Gulg is going to want her gift sometime soon. We can't dally too long.
I'm all for leaving town. I've got everything done that
Yeah.
I needed to.
Damn, why
Let's
does this
hit
thing
the
keep
road.
asking me to open?
Because it's different people opening up the same thing.
Yeah.
Every time.
Okay then. So, you set out from Alteruk, traveling to the southeast along the coastline.
Question, I assume if Morgan, Taruk, you guys refilled your water canisters, your water barrels.
Yep, pretty sure I did that last. I did that before we ended last session, didn't we?
Okay, cool. I thought so as well. I just wanted to double check.
Mm. Oh. Yeah.
All right, so Mignon's caravan. We got the 2 cargoes. We got the 2 caravan guards guarding that. You've got Skip over there.
Oh, yeah.
Soul's on Skip.
Where's Tarut?
Should be on the. I'm on the thing. I'm on the cart.
Oh, all right. Then I need to get off. Wait, how much space? Yeah, I need to get off then.
Wait, are you saying that we can only have one person on the cart at a time?
Yeah, because it's full of. There's about 300 pounds left, and there's over 100 pounds of miscellaneous gear on the cart.
Well, you stay on the cart then if you want. I mean, I was only up there because I assumed that I'd be the one using the crossbow thing on it.
That's fine. I got my
Also-
driver up front.
We also have to assume that we might get into an ambuscade again. So if we're facing some enemies, we might want to keep our guards for those archers again. Maybe even send some people out to survey if we can actually, afford it.
And Brent's will be doing her normal thing where we're on the road, ninja. Although in this case, not gonna help much if we get ambushed by giants.
All right.
Yeah, and we might want to look for traps too on the ground on our way.
You're on a well-traveled road. 3 merchant houses have caravans setting out from the city of Alteruk at any given time. There will always be dozens and dozens and dozens of people within sight of your detect humans ability at this point. It's probably not going to give you much information unless there's a large group moving out of the desert from a weird direction.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'll keep an eye out for that. I mean, and I do pick up aberrations as well, so if there's like some really weird stuff coming our way, I'll note that as well. Such as, silt horrors coming out from the Silt Sea.
Not only silt horrors, but sharks and giants.
Well, I don't think they're giants. They're giants. They're not aberrations. And I have no idea what those shards count as.
Yeah, that's a good question. Are they an aberration?
Oh, what's an aberration?
A sharg.
What's a
I've never heard of a shark.
Let's see. It says it doesn't have a type. I don't think they had a type back in second edition.
Shark.
So my guess would probably be, as weird as it is, it's either a monstrosity or possibly an aberration. But
Yeah, I was thinking maybe an aberration because it's got tentacles. It says it's not native to Athos, so it's like an aberration. I'm going to say it's an aberration.
Yeah.
You're detecting those all over the place.
am I?
It's pretty,
Yeah, and it's
pretty hard to see, but if you look over here, what's that?
Yeah.
That submerged shark fin over there, and hey, what's that over there? What's that? Oh, that's a submerged shark fin as well. They're out there.
I'm gonna spend my time pointing him out idly to my companion, saying, I want to stay out of that silt.
Giants.
Indeed.
Yeah. I can't sense giants. I can see these shard things over there.
All right, the weather today is windy as fuck. There is a dust storm on the horizon. It's not terrible. It's not a sandblaster to your face, but it does decrease visibility quite a bit. It's mostly blowing out over the Silt Sea, so coming from the direction of the silt, there's an obscuring mist of silt. sort
So
of a
just
daze in the air.
regular food and water use, I take it then?
Yes. It's a little bit overcast because of the storm going on, so it's not as hot. So you travel for the full day. You spot many sharks, you detect many humanoids coming and going on the road. They all seem fairly innocuous as they pass by. Nothing happens. Night falls.
Yep.
The
More
caravan,
money.
they're thinking about making camp.
I will ask Varenza, because I can see that there are like small little areas above the silt that. Actually, should I do a perception check to see if I see any of this like lost cargo and such?
As you travel along the coastline, there occasionally will be something out in the silt that you can see. The occasional bit of flotsam, maybe a barrel of some kind. If you would like to stop the caravan and explore out into the silt, you can try to retrieve some of that stuff, but you don't have a vehicle. And this stuff is like quicksand, so getting to it might pose a challenge. How do you want to do it?
Well, being a citizen of Bitterwell and actually being near the Silt Sea, we have cloth and some wood that we can use, right? Bendable wood.
Where are you trying to get to here?
He wants to go retrieve one of those barrels floating around out there.
Yeah, like right here, this pile of crates on this area of land above the silt.
Yeah, it
And
looks
I
like you
plan
might be
on-
able to hop to that rock if you wanted to get some of that wood.
Right. Also, while we're traveling, since it's actually going to take us a while, if there's any leftover wood or anything that I could use, I could make snowshoes, kind of, except they would be more like silt shoes, but dispersal of weight is important when walking on anything extremely soft like snow or silt.
I mean, silt is like, it's exactly like water.
Yeah.
You'll just fall.
Well, I mean, think of
Actually-
water bugs. They displace their weight over an area and they float.
Yeah, it might be a little bit buoyant. I don't know. Having something floaty on your feet in water is never fun, though. You easily flip upside down.
Also, apparently, silt is actually worse than water because
Well, yeah.
apparently, if you like stand on it, you just keep sinking, and it's not like there's a buoyancy.
Well, I mean, if we really need to get something out there, which I wouldn't suggest doing, Morg could always technically, quote unquote, swim, since he has the highest strength to be able to do so.
So some things
Or
that
else-
might be useful here: telekinesis, mage hand.
Or the fact that I can literally do this. Do I know that you're trying to get to this building?
Well, he's been
Well,
suggesting
I-
that you get some of the material from over there.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
go to the
doesn't
corner, to the edge of the Silt Sea, and I run. Nyum. There you go, done. Using my psionics, the feet beneath the solidity underneath the ground, the solidity of the ground becomes hard as I step onto it because of that metabolism quirk that I got.
Yep, very handy. You can
So I
walk
can
on water.
I can walk on water or silt.
How often can
stand
you
to be
use
able
that?
to catch anything that you find.
I have no idea. Honestly, Ninja said that it was concentration effect, so I kind of just keep it running at all times until eventually I get hit for enough damage to break concentration. Because as far as I'm aware, there's no time limit.
Nope.
It just goes away immediately as soon as it's used.
It doesn't work while you're
Yep.
sleeping, and it doesn't work after you've lost concentration on it.
Yeah. You get it back when I wake up, but I treat it as a passive thing.
Right. We're doing this as the caravan is setting up camp.
I go over to the boxes, I break them apart, see if I can find anything.
All right, roll and investigate.
Why do I have to be investigate? Can't it be a perception?
Nope.
Please?
You can roll one of
Please?
those, but it's not related to the boxes.
I got a 9.
A 9. Searching the boxes, you find driftwood. You find 15 pounds of driftwood.
All I find over here is wood. Old wood.
Various
it'll make-
planks.
Give it Grimorn.
It'll make good firewood. Start tossing over some of the wood. I'll start setting up a fire.
Are those giants over there?
So
You wanna set up-
I tried to describe that there was a sandstorm going on. So
Yeah, we're not going to be
you
able to have that.
Can't see anything out there in the Silt Sea.
Oh, okay.
We'll need to set a camp, you know, if it's lasting like this for a while.
Is that
Oh
perhaps?
dear. He tries to run back and accidentally runs farther into the Silt Sea. Oh god.
Yeah, throw the
You
smoke
have a
bomb.
rope tied around you.
Oh man. You take that smoke bomb, you attach it to someone, and then you throw him in the middle of the sands.
I start throwing over the driftwood.
All right. Doesn't take long for you to send all the broken boxes across.
Alright. And center of the caravan to start a fire.
Okay, you're gonna start a fire with the driftwood. It burns easily, it's very dry. So you create a big roaring fire, and that's gonna keep you toasty and warm throughout the night. Do you guys want to sit watch?
Brent's, well, while we're setting up camp, Brenta's gonna see if she can what's the thing? Do one of her not scavenging, it's foraging.
Hunting?
Foraging rolls. She's looking for interesting plants. That's survival, right?
Yep.
Uh, 16, 21.
21's pretty good. All right. You'll find... you find 2 esperweed. Unrefined.
Oh.
Oh wow. Give me one of
Yeah.
those. I'm gonna get a seed from it.
Brent's gonna carefully pluck those live esperweeds and hand them over to Traxxas and say, "You were looking for a couple samples of these live ones. I don't know how long you can keep it alive, but maybe you can get a seed or 2."
Oh indeed, indeed. Thank you, friend.
So you've got 2 live esperweed.
Yep. I will
Assuming,
try to...
do you want me to roll to see if I can actually harvest those living, I guess? Ninja?
What would that be? Sleight of hand? I guess.
I don't know. Sure, why not? Sleight of
Survival.
hand. Sleight of hand.
Well, sleight of hand.
Survival. Can be used for in any event. That was a 10. It'd be 11 if it was survival.
All right. I put up a wall between
Mediocre.
you and those giants. You guys can't see them. They can't see you. Very dusty out.
Okay.
Giants? What giants?
Exactly.
Was a 10 good enough to
Right.
harvest those alive?
Sure.
Cool.
Do I roll perception for keeping watch?
Well, I need to know the order that you guys are on watch first.
Can I be on watch for once?
So who's on first watch?
I'll do the first watch.
Krios, you're on first watch. Nothing happens. Who's on second watch?
I'll be on second watch.
I'm on second watch.
Oh, you're on second? Okay, go ahead.
Well, I mean, he already kind of said it. I mean, is nobody listening to him?
Oh, I didn't even hear him. He's so low.
Can I be next
You should
watch?
probably turn his volume up.
Like, I was like, wow. I was just sitting, wow, okay.
Did Francis
Go ahead, Sia.
as third watch?
Okay.
Alright.
Sia,
Investigation check?
you're on watch. Roll a perception check.
Alright.
Wait, what happened to Long's original model? Not original, the other one.
I don't know. That's what I asked earlier. No one said anything.
Ninja, are we able to go back to the first map? I think you may
I
have.
got a 9.
I copied everything that was on that table. This is the one you were using.
Well, no, he's got a new one, isn't he? He's got the one that I made him.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. It wasn't on that table. This is everything that was on that table.
No, I generated this because it wasn't on the table earlier. I mean, it technically was on the table, but like this new table wasn't on there.
You know how it is. Somebody must have deleted it by accident. Just have to spawn a new one in. I hope you saved it.
What's that?
His
I did
figurine
not
got
have the new one saved.
zapped, got deleted.
Oh.
How does passive perception work?
It's a number, and if something's sneaking around you and your passive is higher than their sneak, you would just detect it automatically.
Oh, okay.
Passive's usually not very high, though, so most things that are good at sneaking will easily beat your passive, unless you're making an active and aggressive search check.
Well,
So, what did you get on that roll?
I got a 9.
9. All right. So, during the night, you hear the wind, the powerful and strong wind. Whoosh. And, because you were hearing so much wind, you didn't hear the approaching giants coming out of the storm. Now, there is a small chance that they'll encounter something while moving from island to island. Interesting. Okay, so the wind is blowing, and these two giants see your bonfire, and they start moving. This giant, he makes it only this far when suddenly he bumps into a shark.
How the hell's he
shark?
moving with tilt?
What? What's
What
what's
is
this?
a shard?
What is a shark?
It's a cross between a
shark?
shark and an octopus.
I love it.
Okay, so I know where the SHA is coming from. That's from the shark. Where the fuck's the RG coming from?
Dark Sun.
Makes sense.
Okay. The shark, as a reaction, tries to grapple the giant with a tentacle. The tentacle laughs. The giant grapples the shark. Nat 20.
Did you say the tentacle laughs? What?
The giant laughs
Yeah.
at the tentacle. So, Sia, you're watching the storm when suddenly something comes flying at you. Thump. Splat. An enormous flailing beastie comes flying towards your Inix at high velocity.
Is that a deck sound? To bump into?
That's an attack roll. I've got a 23 to hit.
That most definitely does.
It hits your Inix.
Oh,
Wow.
oh yeah, it will still hit.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
All right. Skip takes 19 damage.
Oh, when you said the 9, you scared the shit out of me. I thought you were gonna say 90.
I need you to roll a dexterity save. If you fail, DC 15, you will be thrown right off this animal.
I got a natural 20.
Nat 20. All right. You maintain your balance. And as Skip is knocked completely over, you manage to land on your feet like a cat. Skip goes prone. The Sharg flailing about goes prone. And you're landing adjacent to it. All right. So that was a surprise attack round. And this one's doing a dash. And he manages to get this close. So there is Giant roaring a battle cry as he wades through the silt and gets within 20 feet of the shoreline.
Did that wake me up since I was so close to...
Well, the sound of the Sharg flying through the air with a roar and smashing into Skip, who also begins screeching reptilian, that's all going to make quite a bit of noise. It'll probably wake everyone up. I'm gonna roll initiative for the Giants. I need you guys to roll initiative. I'll reset it here.
So everyone's up now?
Yeah, the sound of the crashing Sharg into Skip is definitely going to wake people up.
I'm sad to see Skip get hurt, but it's funny to imagine him just getting knocked over by a giant shark octopus coming out of nowhere and then just getting like on his back.
Sharktopus.
How does that translate to Shark though?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. 12.
Yep.
Chris, did you happen to save Long's model character?
What was it? The triple thing?
Do you want to roll for Skip?
The one that I made. The like.
Yeah.
Thing is, I think we've lost it.
That's one of his form, and then the other one. Yeah, he had a shifting character.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta save a double, like a copy.
Yeah, that's his first form used to be a model.
Oh, okay.
Did you used to have the model? There's one.
I got 3 on my initiative. It's terrible.
See ya.
Hello?
Your Inix, roll initiative for it. D20, no mods.
I forgot how do you merge them again?
Natural 20 on initiative. Just 20.
Flat 20. All right. Create states. It's on the right click menu.
The Inix is very angry that it just got vibe checked.
You have to select all the things you want to stack and then create state.
Got it. Thanks.
Cool.
Do I have to do my creature, the Crodlu? I don't really want it to attack.
Yeah, if you don't want to put it on the initiative, that's fine.
Okay. Because he does have one of one of the circles, so.
Yeah, if you're never going to use it, delete it.
There.
No.
I entered the main formation.
Okay.
On damage.
What would a Sharg have? That's the question.
Diamond says you haven't set your initiative.
Man, the days when they didn't have stats on monsters. It's so crazy to me.
Diamond?
Diamond.
Diamond.
Make them up.
Yeah, I know,
Diamondo.
right? I'm going to say the Shark has +1.
I have a source book that has a Sharg in it. It says it's a CR9 creature. I don't know if that's what you want to make it.
Diamond, are you there? Diamond.
I don't think he
This
is.
thing's got 184 hit points.
His roll isn't in the chat, so I guess I'll roll for him, shall I?
Nah, I already did. I rolled a 9.
Yeah, with his mod it's 10, so I'll add that on.
All right, we're good to go then.
Good.
Is he still out having a smoke? Harumph.
This thing has a
came back.
15-foot reach.
Okay.
20 with its tent.
Skip just got hit with a sharg. Boy, did that hurt. How does Skip react?
He is very angry that he just got vibe checked at disturbing his almost peaceful sleep. But he's going to get up from being prone. That's 15 feet of movement. Well, yeah, right. To get up. How many movement does it cost to get up from being prone?
Half.
Half of whatever his thing is.
He's got
so-
30 feet, so he's got 15 left
Just-
now that he's standing.
It's 40 feet. It's just 20 more feet.
Oh.
Would he drown if we're trying to get on the Silk Sea?
Yeah, we're using different stats.
Very likely.
Okay. Yeah, everything drowns, unless they're specifically designed to live in it. Or they're tall enough to wade in it, like the giants are.
Okay, then he is just going to get...
Yeah, that's about right.
Move up at least as close to the shoreline as he can and brace for impact.
Brace for impact.
Can't really do anything else because the giants are not in range. So...
Bryce.
Alright. Morg. Just going down the initiative. You can all see who goes next. Long, what are you going to do? You were sound asleep.
Oh, we're all prone, aren't we?
You're all prone,
What?
laying next to the fire.
Alright, get up.
We're all prone.
And he's like 15 feet of movement. And I get up. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15. I get in the cart, dash. He's crossbow. And it's my turn.
You.
Sorry that took a bit.
It's okay. We rolled initiative for you.
Wait, can
Yeah,
I
not
get
too
to
bad.
the crossbow with 15 feet of movement from here? Oops.
I mean, you dashed, so you're able to get onto it, but you can't fire it.
No, because this is 5, and then that's 10. Is
I mean,
this where the crossbow is? Or I have to move 5 feet over to use crossbow?
5 feet up into the cart, too.
Okay. Yeah, then I would dash. Okay, that's my turn then.
All right. Dagger Maw.
Daggermaw.
Okay. You said so. Daggermaw's prone as well.
Sure. Yep. Everyone was sleeping.
Oh, okay.
This all happens during camp.
your darling pet needs its Betty Bye.
You've been asleep for exactly 3 hours when all this chaos happens.
Yeah. No, I was just asking because she's got that trait that says, you know, she stays alert so others can rest, but like I don't quite know how that interacts with things. Let's see.
Sleep.
Well, even
That's
dogs
just-
lay down, so even if she's alert,
Yeah.
she's probably laying down, prone.
I guess she's gonna sit there and she's gonna ready action to charge anything that comes within 15 feet of her.
All right. And then the shark flails. It whips its tentacle towards the silt, trying to grasp at the ground. There's not really much to grab at, so it's just slapping at the mud.
Ooh.
It uses multi-attack. It's going to do a shove against Skip. So roll to hit, crit fail. Shit.
Mm.
Let me get my table open here.
Ooh, that's actually perfect. Yeah, keep that. I just looked up and I saw that Ninja's stream was like a dark instead of a light, so wanted to change it to what we could see it as because I'm sure everyone else was seeing it as orange.
Were you?
Uh-huh.
Well, I was.
All right. Missing what you thought was a critical blow causes you to panic end your current turn, and you are surprised until the end of your next turn. The Sharg is surprised. That is perfect.
Was that the flame?
All right. Hey, I got that last time. It's effectively a stun.
Yep. All right. That's the Sharg, Vrenza.
Vrenza's gonna stand up and come on. There we go. And she hears this giant bellowing, so she's gonna smile and say, "I didn't think I'd get to use it this quickly." And she's gonna apply her what's it called?
Cactus Poison?
No, the Belican sting to 3 of her arrows.
Okay. Dab, dab, dab. Each arrow tip poisoned.
Yeah.
So that's your action.
Yeah, unfortunately she is not. So
Yeah, that looks pretty good. A little fire.
poison her yet. She will go and she's got bonus action. She will go and put a what should I say?
Hunter's mark.
100 mark on that giant.
Gotcha. Taruk.
I'll grab that. And then that's her action. Actually, hold on. She's got 15 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna hop up on this cart. Boop. All right, that's it.
Okay. Taruk.
Yes. Well, up we go, and here we throw. Up 20 feet of movement. 5 feet over here. This thing's occupying this space, right? I'm gonna move it over. There we go.
Are you gonna already put those gloves to use?
As long as there's someone in melee combat, I'm better off doing what I'm best at, which is, up close and personal. So yeah, I'm gonna attack this thing. The first attack, rolling. Ooh, that'll do. 18. Does an 18 hit? And is it exceptional?
Against a giant.
Shark. The shark. He's attacking the shark.
Oh, you're attacking the shark? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
Is it exceptional?
Alright, the calculation.
Oh, probably not. I mean, it's 18.
Yeah, it's
Let's
It would have to
see,
be having
armor
18.
class 4 was a
Armor class
16.
4 is 16. Yes.
16. Alright, AC 16.
Yeah, you subtract
From 10. Whatever he's got,
that number
subtract
from
from 10.
20. No, from 20.
Well, negative 10 is the best AC in 2nd edition.
Which would have been a 30 AC. in
Like,
this
no
edition.
armor starts at 10, doesn't it?
Right. And so 20 minus 10 is 10. That's where they meet.
Well, with armor class 4, it's like 6 less than 10, which is a plus 6 in our system,
Right.
which is 16.
Exactly. So 20 minus 4 is 16.
Yeah, I guess
You
that
take
works
the
out.
old school AC, subtract it from 20, and there you go. That's your number.
It's not how I got there, but same result.
All right. Anyway, sorry to interrupt. Trying to make the math easy for you.
well,
Okay,
that's a
so-
critical strike.
Yep, so the first one
Ooh.
dealt 12 damage. My second attack was a nat 20. I get to add another damage die. And Ninja, you get to tell me what the special effect is.
You recognize patterns in your opponent's fighting technique. You get +2 to your AC against your target, and advantage on all saving throws from effects originating from your target until your next turn.
Awesome. I'm just waiting for this lag to stop. There we go.
So it was 12 damage and then 27 damage? Or, no, that's your hit roll. What's the damage
Yeah.
on that one? 10.
It's 12, and then... Oh, 2 ones up. 10.
It is exceptional, so you
Right.
can re-roll one of
Popcorn.
those ones.
True.
Second.
So instead of 10...
Why are you only rolling 3 instead of 4 dice?
Because I only add an extra damage dice. Oh, yeah, it doubles my dice, doesn't it? Sorry, I thought it
It
added an extra
Doubles
one.
your damage dice. Yeah.
So you need to roll 2 dice then.
Most people only add 1 damage dice because
Should I
they're only
just roll
rolling one
again and
table.
make it easier? Or should I just add 1 more die?
1 more die. You're up to 11.
All right.
12, 13, 14. 14 damage.
Yep,
How many
14.
attacks do you have?
So 14 as well as 12.
2 normally, 3 if he flurry of blows, or is it
Oh.
4?
It's
I get. Well,
13.
that's. Oh fuck! Who did that?
The hell?
I don't know. I wasn't touching my mouse.
I'm gonna roll it back a few seconds. Hang on.
Those are my first 2 attacks. That's just regular, normal attack and extra attack. But I crit on the second, which
Why is
doubled
that table not locked down?
It was. Somebody hit L.
Oh, I just finished typing LOL, so it was probably me. My apologies.
Yeah, it happens.
Well, shit.
Gives me a moment to drink my coffee. Coffee. All right. Everyone loaded yet? Looks good.
Nope.
I mean, all I see is black, but yes, I'm in.
The table came back to normal on my screen.
Oh, good.
I'm just gonna write in the chat 26 because that's how much damage it's taken so far. And yes, I am attacking again. Oh, tabletop.
All right. 26 damage applied. 1 more attack incoming.
Mm-hmm.
Reinitialize my
I have
table.
to exit out. My table's not working.
Oh, he's disconnected.
There you go. Reconnect. It'll work.
Nah, I figured. After it didn't, after Alice was black, I was like, I'm gonna get this.
Can't believe it's 11:30 already. We spent
Oh yeah.
too long in Alteruk. I was hoping you guys would already be there.
No offense, Ninja, but you did spend quite a lot of time in Tailspire.
Yeah, some of that, but Long was a little bit late. Didn't want to do all this without him. There's psych.
Wait, we can see the giants clearly now, right?
The giants are close enough that you can see them in the haze of the sandstorm. Yeah. The blue line. The blue line is the bright light from your bonfire, and there's an additional 30 feet of dim light that goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So the giant technically has just entered the dim light of your bonfire here. The other giant is nowhere to be seen, out in the sandstorm somewhere. Nobody can see him.
Okay.
My table is just not loading.
Just give it a bit.
If it's
Mine's-
not loading, you might
mine's
want
just
to exit
come
and reconnect just to get a fresh start.
Anyone else just seeing an invisible table and a bunch of boxes?
Nah,
I see Diamond downloading.
completely loaded for me.
Diamond is done.
Long, we can hear whatever you're watching.
Nah, that's his brother screaming at somebody.
Alright. Come on, I believe. Here we go now.
Yeah, there you go. Psycho as well.
So I said, no, that's too much. But so today it hit. Was it today or yesterday? It hit 200 down. 200.
It hit 200.
Down, and then now it's
200. Oh my God.
It's over 199.
And that's even with them
Hey,
Over 199? That's impossible.
Back, press the button. I'll wait until the dice spawn.
So yeah, so I don't know. So but when I look at it, so I look at the long.
Okay, third attack, unarmed strike. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Hit.
18 again. That's another hit.
Only barely, though.
D6 plus 4. I'll use my side dice to bump that to a D8.
Apple, all those like the really long chart. When you look at it from the bottom, even though
Yeah!
okay, if you
11
look
more
at it
damage.
short term, you see like this, right? But if you look long term, it's like
So 37 total.
And So I said, is it worth
Alright, the
it
shark,
for
having
me to
taken
get
37 damage, is quite beaten
when
up.
in the future, like, all those
I think it'll
countries who
realize
needed
that it
like
is
over
bitten off more than it can
300,000%
chew.
gain. So I said, is it worth
Spend a
Mm,
key point
playing
to
get
steal one more
5%,
attack.
5%, 2%, and then
it
risk
does not
losing
die.
100?
How bloodied is it? How close to death?
Hard to tell. I'll let you know if
Yeah.
it becomes obvious
Yeah.
that it's dying.
I'm going to attach a as that was an unarmed strike, I'm going to attach a hand of harm to that.
An extra D8 plus.
I was gonna ask if you had any like extras, like stunning fist or something like that.
Yeah, he adds what, necrotic damage?
Yeah, necrotic damage if I succeed on an unarmed strike.
So
So I don't have to.
he's a healer harm kind of guy. He can touch you and it'll either necrotic or healing.
Oh yeah, that's good. 9 damage.
9 extra. All right. 46 total. It roars. A sandy roar.
A sandy roll.
Yeah, like it opens up its mouth with all its thousands of rows of teeth and a bunch of like silt just coughs out.
All right, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my turn.
See ya.
Yo.
Here you stand. You
Alright.
see Taruk has jumped in and is punching the shit out of this giant flailing beastie here.
Wait, why the grog? Wait, no, shark. What is it again? Sharg. Yeah.
The Sharg. It looks just like this, except it's got 4 big tentacles flapping around.
Okay. Can I the giant that I can see? Can I fire an arrow at it?
The giant in the dim light here, you can fire an arrow at it. You'll have disadvantage, though, because he's lightly obscured. No, wait. Light obscurement only affects perception. Never mind.
So just normal attack roll.
Normal attack roll. You'd have disadvantage if he
14.
was further away. 14 against a giant. Let's see, his armor class. That hit?
Oh, okay. So that's a. Also want to use my arcane shot option, grasping arrow.
What kind of save is that? Strength?
Grasping arrow is a grasping arrow. It's not a save.
Well, you
Well, not
just roll
yet,
into hit?
Yep. Well, it's just straight 2d6 damage, and then on their turn they can make an athletic check to break the grasp.
Gotcha.
All right. And it's also I want to use the lightning thing on my bow. Forget the name of it. So that's an extra d6, correct?
Do you have a note card with your item here in the table somewhere?
Yes, I do. Well, not on tabletop. I have it on my character sheet.
All right. Well, I don't have your sheet open. You'll have to tell me.
Lightning charge, oak reserve, short bow. It has advantage on intimidation. That's why I have it listed on my weapons. A scary bow. Enhancement, lightning charge. You can activate this ability as a 10-minute ritual. The weapon that sifts constantly without moving has an electrical aura when activated and adds a d6 lightning damage to hit. On a hit.
All right.
And it takes a 10-minute ritual to recharge it.
It's a 10-minute ritual, but we could say that you charged it previously. Would we assume that like this is an item you fit once you had it identified, you would know that you have to do the ritual to charge it, and then it's just good to go?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So remember, after you use it, it's uncharged, which means if you want to use it again, you'll have to do that ritual.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, add an extra d6.
So that is 7 plus 6. That is 13 damage.
Nice. All right. You hit the giant.
And
13 damage. What kind of weapon was that?
it was a short bow.
Short bow arrow. 13 damage. All right. The giant
Also,
roars in pain
the
as you
giant-
pierce his nipple.
on its turn, every time it makes a foot of movement on its first turn, if it doesn't break the grasp, it takes 2d6 poison damage.
Is there a area of effect on that?
No, just the creature. It can break it, but yeah, as long as it's wrapped around the creature. And its first turn, well, the beginning of his turn, his first
So
movement.
if it fails, it would continue to take 2d6 until it succeeds. That's cool. But if it succeeds, it's just gone, right? Giants
Oh,
are
it's 2d6,
very
that's-
strong,
if it
so he's going to have
If
an
it
easy
succeeds, the
time.
grasp-
Wow, couldn't hear a thing.
He'll have an easy time breaking that. Strength is a giant's best stat.
I want to give a bardic inspiration to Matt God.
Inspiring.
Start singing the Be a Monk song.
Yes, that is canonical now.
Is there a bardic inspiration? Oh no, there isn't, as though we have to use my rings.
The Legend of the Ten Rings.
Still need to watch that. What is your bardic inspiration die right now?
What'd you say, Matt?
What's your
What
dice?
is your bardic inspiration die?
A D6.
Okay.
Excuse me. Oh, that's too flashy.
Yes, seizure warning, people.
What about... Oh, there you go. One bardic inspiration. Pow.
Ooh, flashy.
When it's gone, don't delete it. Put it off to the side. We can reuse it.
I'm probably gonna put Sia's character sheet onto the table so that it's a lot easier to access.
If you're opening another one of these fucking tablets, I'm not happy about that.
No, I'll just have the basic stuff. What, do you not like me using a tablet?
I mean, it's just annoying that I have to keep, like, checking the box and saying, yes, it's fine, open it. I don't care. Okay.
Which turn is it?
It is Trexus.
Yeah, so I will use half my movement to get up. I will use one of my free guiding bolts to ping this giant.
One Gwydden bolt. One Gadang bolt. But does it hit?
All right, that's a 20 d20 plus 5. This is to hit. $21.
21.
I'm pretty sure that hits. That is 46, and anybody who attacks him next will have advantage on their attack.
What's the damage on that?
Guiding bolt, right?
Yep, 46.
Roll it. What are you waiting for?
Rolling it right now. I was also putting it in a save slot.
What are you waiting
Oh.
for? Just do it.
Oh, that could be better.
8 damage. But I mean, I still ping it so that whoever attacks it next has advantage.
Yeah, I found a little token.
All right. The giant. The giant roars and flexes against the binding thing. Giant's got +5. He rolls an 11. That's a 16. I think a 16 breaks it.
Yep.
All right, so no more poison effect.
So hit it with the
Is that his
shadow
action to
arrow.
do that?
Actually, hold on. Is it
To break out of the arrow. What was it? Grasping arrow?
grasping arrow? I think so.
The target or any feature that can reach remove the brambles on a successful strength athletics check against your arcane shot save DC. Otherwise, the brambles last for a minute.
It
Oh,
doesn't
right.
say it is.
I forgot to mention, it's until the end of my next turn. So someone has to hit it before the end of my next turn.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, it is an action.
Okay, so he used up his action, but he's still going to move forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He gets onto the shore, stepping up out of the silt.
Bork.
Bork. What sound would
Yep.
Skip make?
Little Daggermore had a little ready action. For his
Lag.
action.
All right, after it finishes lagging, you can bite.
This thing is
He's
technically
close.
giant, so it wouldn't count your humanoid bonuses, right?
Correct. I don't
Yeah.
get any of my bonuses. And she only ran 10 feet, so she doesn't get her special attack. It's just a regular attack.
But you do have advantage.
I mean, technically, you could have charged when he was here. He was moving forward, and you would have triggered your thing.
Yeah. No, but I just checked. It needs 20 feet of movement. She'd only have 15 anyway, so.
All right. You're
But
gonna...
she does have advantage, so. Uh, 19.
That'll hit.
Let's see. Is it D8 plus? Yeah, D8 plus 7.
You know, I just had an interesting thought where you use that that cactus poison that you got and just coat Daggermaw's teeth in it.
I don't think that'd be super healthy for my dog, but I like where you're thinking. But anyways, that is an extra 13 damage.
All right, 13 damage.
Does Daggermaw ever use his, like, I don't know, claws to inflict damage?
I mean, RP style, yeah, but in terms of mechanics, no.
All right.
He uses those to attack the ground when he digs.
Stomp, 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 stomp. With a crash and the spray of silt, this other giant comes charging out of the darkness. He gets almost into the bright light, but not quite, and he's stepping up onto the shoreline, emerging from the silt. That was Dash. He's done. Chris.
Bring down the wrath of your fire god.
I don't think you have enough movement for that. Bear in mind, you are pro.
Yeah, everybody was asleep, so you'd be laying down unless you were using a special feature to not have to sleep.
Oh yeah, I woke up, so I gotta get up.
Yeah, it's like half your movement to get up out of bed.
So I can move what?
Still 15?
15.
Yep, that's fine.
I just want to calculate.
Too far.
What's it gonna be? Fireball? Firebolt?
No. I'm gonna cast a blast.
Oh, bless. Oh, you're being helpful. All right. We might have to make notes so that everybody remembers what buffs are going on when we come back.
I've got quite a few going on me. I feel like Long. So many buffs.
The bardic inspiration.
One day haste.
Yeah,
One
you got
day
little
haste.
tokens. That's really cool.
Wait, can bards learn haste? I think I can actually
Yes.
manage that.
Yes, they
I can
can.
manage that.
But you took 3 levels in fighter. No.
I still have levels left.
Oh, I guess I can't bless him because he doesn't have a. He doesn't have a energy
You'll pass
counter on his
120.
head.
And a cheat counter.
Who?
Morg, he doesn't have like his numbers over his head.
Oh, you haven't been injected on that figurine.
Yeah, so I
That's fine,
can't
just
really
left with
give him blood.
We had to make a new one, didn't we?
Hang on. Sorry. Let me inject this. How many hit points do you have, Long?
51.
51. Do you want any resource?
Sure, why not? I have 2 wild shapes and 2 rages.
Do you want them both on there? Resource and extra?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, can I tell my War Kroglu to move? During my round, Ninja?
Yeah, that's fine. All right. So here and bliss. Sorry, you're gonna put yourself back where you were. I'm not
He
entirely
was
sure.
on top of the.
On the cart. All right.
He is a god among men with 516 health.
What?
Uh,
Son of a bitch! I fucked up.
560. I can change that. Don't worry. But bless only targets 3 creatures, and right now we've got 4.
Not at level 2. I can
Oh, you got
select an
3.
additional person.
Upcast.
Ah, okay. Okay.
So that's it. I've done everything I could.
I'm gonna be clicking this for a while.
I'll help you.
Can you just hold it down? No, you have to click it. All right, everybody click it.
4.
Everybody
Oh my
click it as
God.
fast as you can.
What level are you?
Hey, Mad, I think that giant just called you weak and giantish.
Click, click, click.
Wait,
We-
how did it get to 300 something? What?
We're
on.
almost there. We're almost there.
Oh, now
I'll
second
take
progress.
the negative.
I'm getting close. Getting close.
Okay, here we go. 60. Okay, slow down, slow down, slow down. Stop.
Wow, we went through 500 points quick. With all of us clicking.
Wait, what is
With
the
our
10?
powers combined.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Accomplish.
We are
We
planet.
could totally defeat Cookie Clicker.
Idle dungeon.
And there we are. That should do it. Oh, other than rotating it, but I can do that.
So the next one, I guess, Morg, if you're attacking, you're going to have Bless to add to an advantage roll on your next attack.
Okay, sweet. Wait,
Okay.
let's get an advantage attack?
No,
Uh,
it's a hit.
See ya.
To hit.
Skip.
Yo, what's up?
What is Skip gonna do?
All right, the giant is finally on shore, right?
The giant is on shore, right here.
Both of them are. All right, then the one to his right, Skip is going to move up to him, and then what size category are the giants?
They are large.
Okay.
No, wait, they're actually huge. Sorry.
I was gonna say those are very small giants.
Yeah, I
supposed
was
to be
gonna
this big.
say,
Oh my god!
yeah, because sharks are also huge creatures.
Big chungus.
The ones I saw on the Dark Sun Compendium, they're, what was it? Bigger than huge. They're monstrous?
Okay, so those were like the what are they called? Like they are the
Sorry.
Blackjaw River sharks. These sharks are silt sea sharks, and they are smaller, so they are only
okay.
size large.
Oh.
But they're still pretty long. They're like 15 feet long.
Big enough to eat you.
That's taking up 3 spaces, isn't that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's 15 feet long, and it's also like 10 tall.
Okay.
All right.
It's large in a weird shape.
Skip is going to bite the giant. That's a 20 hit.
He wants to go to
Skip
this
not
one on
really-
the right, so he's gonna go around the shark over here. All right. The
That's
giant
the giant
that
vibe check.
that's the giant that threw the shark at him, so he's gonna go after that. What's your attack roll?
20 to hit.
Unnatural? That's with mods, right?
Unnatural, yes. If it was,
All right.
no, it's not critical.
You land a hit. Do some damage.
15 damage.
That giant didn't have any damage on him yet, so that's the first hit.
What? And if the target is a this bite is where is there a size category limit on the grapple if Skip bites somebody? Because it says if it's a creature here, but that doesn't say anything about size category.
Normally, you can only grapple a creature that's one size larger than you.
That'll work. He's large.
Yeah.
Large and huge.
Large, huge. Yeah, you can still grapple.
The giant is huge, right?
Yep. He's one size category larger.
Skip is also huge. So that's a DC 14 escape. Yeah, there's just escape a grapple. He's probably going to succeed because he's a giant. But let's just test it.
Yeah, we got these things too small, don't we? All right. Everything's bigger than it looks in the rear view mirror.
Skip is a huge creature, so I was like, the giant is a lot larger than him.
Oh, mama.
The Skip's actual scientifically accurate size.
Now I feel like his howdah is way too big.
Scientifically accurate Skip.
Wait, it's gargantuan? Skip's gargantuan?
Huge.
No, he's huge.
Huge is 15 by 15.
Ah, wait, no. Wait, what's 10 by 10? That's giant?
Large.
Large.
5 by 5 is medium. 10 by 10 is large. 15 by 15 is huge. 20 by 20 is colossal. 25 by 25 is gargantuan.
I'm not sure Colossal exists in D&D 5e.
Yeah, maybe not. Third
Is there
edition.
anything larger than colossal?
Planetary. Intergalactic.
That is. So you were to cast
Humongous.
Planetary intergalactic.
if you were to cast enlarge/reduce on someone who is colossal, they would just immediately go to the size of a planet.
I don't think that can be done. I think there's like limits. The spell says you can't be bigger than large.
Does the grapple work?
But what if you're using an enlarge on a gargantuan target?
I don't think it works. I think it says it has to be like a humanoid target. I could be wrong though.
But see, there's the thing. A colossus counts as a humanoid target.
No, it doesn't. Definitely not.
Is it Morg?
Skip just went, so yeah.
Wait, also, did it make the strength saving throw to escape the grapple?
Yes.
What did it get?
23.
Oh man, it's just barely. Okay.
Like I said, the Giants are going to have an easy time with strength saves. They're really strong.
I would have it make a move that requires a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Are
There
they
you go.
dexterous?
Hit him with a whiz or an int save, and you'll be in luck.
Charisma.
Yeah, charisma too.
That is
I'm
my
gonna
turn.
abandon the crossbow and move over here. I'm going to rage and attack.
Rage, Shadow Legends, and attack.
So when you attack, you can add a D4 to your hit.
Bless to hit. Hit him with the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch.
13.
Oh no.
13 barely hits.
Wow.
That is his
That
AC.
was for the bless. Praise the Fire Lord, and I smack.
Praise the Fire Lord of that stupid avatar that's trying to get him. on. I can't be the only one watching Legend of Aang.
Yep.
Oh, 12 points of damage. I forgot to add my rage damage.
Gotcha.
Where did the hunter's mark go on the giant?
It's probably under him.
Yeah, it probably shrunk. Well, not shrunk.
When
He got in.
Yeah, when I enlarged him, it went under him.
Oh.
You can use your focus damage die to replace the damage every attack or every turn.
You can use it with whatever attack you want, but it has to be the same, whatever you put your point into. So in your case, strength. So yeah, you can change it for your side dice. But I'm pretty sure you rolled a side dice anyway, didn't you?
No, that's just my normal spear damage.
So you want to replace
You
one of
roll-
those damage dice?
Does it replace it, or is it like advantage where it just takes the higher one?
Yeah,
It replaces
it's
it.
like
No,
advantage.
it replaces.
Like
Oh.
that's the thing. You already rolled a d8, didn't you?
Yeah, but that's just the normal damage.
So
die of
technically,
my
the
spear.
wording is reroll. So you look at it and you're like, well, that's a shitty number. I will reroll it. I guess you have to keep
Yeah,
what you
okay.
reroll.
Yeah, I'll just leave it as a 6 on this one.
So it's not really like advantage. I don't know.
Except if you roll like a 1, then
If you roll low enough, there's nothing really to lose. You might as well.
Okay.
Just leave.
It's just about midnight. Do you want to call it there, or do you guys want to continue a little bit more, or shall we just save it?
What time is it? Oh,
11:56.
I mean, I'd like.
I'm good at saving it now.
All right. All right.
Yeah,
We should make a note. Daggermaw
Daggermaw's turn.
goes first. So I'll get a note card and put it on there.
I was wondering why Skip was so tiny. Like, this entire time, I was like, huh.
Space saving.
All right.
Don't forget
I'm gonna
if you
call
have
it a night. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Alright.
All right, good night. I'll probably head off here too.
Daggermaw
Yeah.
go first.
See you, Diamond. Have a nice
Diamond,
night.
I got less than like.
Diamond.
what was- yeah?
I need to create you. Well, you can do it if you ever get around to it, but you need to create like a Hero Forge version of your character.
I already did.
You already have?
I already sent it into the Dark Sun thing. You should be able to find it under my name.
You should really give it directly to Creus. Creus is the man. He's got the subscription to Hero Forge.
Oh yeah.
So if you ask him nicely, he'll make a figurine for you.
What pants do you think? So I've got the top part down, but I've been
Yeah,
stuck
just
on
send
the
it
pants.
Can't you just
What?
share like a design you make?
Yeah. You just share the link, and then he can open it and then export it.
yeah, I can save it and then get a downloadable figurine.
How many hit points do giants have?
Giants have
no, not.
105 hit points.
Yeah.
That is gonna be difficult
Doesn't
to
it
choose.
depend on the type of giant though?
Yeah,
Yes.
these guys have the stats of hill giants. They're not the most powerful giants, but they can definitely pose a threat. There's another kind of giant called the Beast Head giant. Those are the more dangerous ones. These are more like regular giants. But the Beast Head giants are pretty fierce, and they sometimes have special powers, and their beast parts are magic item component crafting ingredients.
The
Is
na-
there-
the
there-
nails of each type of giants, you can actually extract their nails.
Yep.
And make potions and maybe some items as well.
Yeah.
Is there a way I can customize Skip to make him stronger? Because I'm really liking Skip so far.
I'll work on it. There's definitely some things that we can do.
On
Like,
Skip,
of course, there's buffing him with Bardic Inspiration, normal spells to haste and stuff. But I'm trying to figure out like if they're just like permanent upgrades I can do.
Skip is an Inix. An Inix is like a tank. So the idea of like upgrading Skip would be upgrading your Howdah to have more armor, better weapons. Like you could put a siege ballista on the back of Skip. He's big enough to carry it.
More
Get him
than-
get him a belt of strength.
I could probably like hire 4 guys if I ever get like a way too much income, and they can be on the back all firing crossbows. That's 4 attacks, maybe.
Yep.
4 attacks.
Yep, that's an option.
You could put him a collar of a constitution.
Yeah, I was trying to think about giving him more health because that giant whatever it's called throw really hurt him.
Mhm.
He only has 49 health.
Yeah. 6 my attacks at the end of the round.
Wait, I was reading it wrong. It's actually 57.
Let's look at siege weapons. You could mount.
Can I put a siege weapon along with guys with crossbows on? Yeah.
Let's see. How much weight can he carry? That's the question.
Yeah, this is a good time to ask. What are your ability scores, Sia? Because I'm putting your stuff onto a character sheet in the thing.
All right.
I have 8 strength, 16 dex, 10 con, 13 intelligence, 10 wisdom, and 16. Huh?
Right. Blow it. Right.
He's a huge creature, so he could, in theory, carry a large siege weapon.
8 strength, 16
Yes.
dex.
I just resent it, Krius, if you have the time, I just resent it into Dark Sun.
Okay, so you put a 30-pound ballista
I'll
on
have
his
it for you
back,
next week.
and that does 10d10 damage on a hit.
I actually need the link, like the address.
Mm.
There's just an image.
10d10.
Yeah.
Ah.
10d10.
Let me look at the screen so I'm reading that right.
However, you would need to hire a crew of 2, and it takes them 18 turns to load it.
So at the beginning of combat, and that's a roll to hit. Imagine taking 18th. The beginning of combat, out of combat, it's already loaded, and then at the beginning of combat, fire it,
Yeah.
and it misses.
You could have your guys wind it up ahead of time, and then fire it once during combat. No combat's going to last 18 turns, so you'd not get a second shot, but
Unless this was Darkest Dungeon.
that first shot
But
could do 100 damage.
that first shot could kill, one shot kill anything.
It costs 4,900 ceramic pieces for one of those ballista, though.
1,000?
4,900, nearly 5,000.
4,000? Oh.
That'd be 49 gold coins.
For it's a potential one-shot kill. Not worth
Correct.
it.
You could get
It's a
smaller
It's
ones.
a giant hunter, pretty much.
Let's see. They got if you cheap out, you could get a 40-10 ballista for only 1,960 ceramic pieces.
How many turns to take to load?
2.
Man,
That one's much
Also-
more manageable for a single crew member.
I sent my stats in Dark Sun.
Great.
This thing has a 180-pound ballista that does 16d10 damage. That's nuts.
Wait, what does?
The 180-pound ballista takes 66 turns to load. A crew of 6. Technically, that'd be like 11 turns for 6 people.
Having a huge size creature is amazing.
I'm gonna guess. Diamond, when you put the link in, then I'll just go and do it for you, okay?
He's
I'll
gone.
Oh, he's gone.
Good night out there
Alright,
in
see ya.
Twitch land. Thanks for watching Hildo. Hildo was checking out our stream.
Subscribe to Ninja Go.
Subscribe to Ninja Go. We'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Have a good week, all.